Hello, hello. I almost forgot to push the thing, and I think I'm echoing. Hold on. Wait, maybe. I haven't done this in a while. If you couldn't have tell, you just stop the stream right now. No good could come of this. All right, let's make sure I have the right microphone selected. I do. Hopefully, you could hear me loud and clear. Besides the echoing there. All right, let's get this sorted. Let's try that again. Hi, I'm Steve from Mac84, and welcome to another live stream. My goodness, yes, haircut. This is what, quarantine haircut number 3? Oh my goodness, yes, may the 4th be with you. I'm a huge Star Wars dork, and maybe we'll be installing this later today. This is fantastic. There's a bunch of cool stuff. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but my goodness, yeah, it's been a while since I did a stream. I've been doing scripted videos for a bit, and there's a scripted video that's all ready to go out, and it'll go out on Friday, and it has a little cameo appearances by a few individuals, kind of, maybe. So check that out. I'll be sure you'll be happy with that. There's more than a trilogy? What year is it? All right, so. Oh my goodness, we got almost 30 people in chat already. Let's say hello to everybody. We have, I always screw up pronouncing this. We're going to try. Christian, maybe. Thomas, we have Sad Mac, we have Classy Mac. And let's see who else. Madman, Dark Jedi, fitting username. Christopher is here. Michael is here. Eric is here. Chris is here. Raw Elements is here. Eric is here. Joe's Computer Museum is here. Hello, Joe. We have Brian. Hey, Brian, good luck with that e-mate. Let me know how that goes. I'm going to probably have to do the same thing soon. Apples Anonymous is here. Scarlet Swordfish is here. We have Michael's Workshop is here. Apples Anonymous. Andrew is here. Nick is here. Mike is here. Dane is here. TMO is here. And Daniel is here. My goodness, there's a lot of people here. All right. My goodness. No, we're not done. We just got started, Mike. Alright, so today we have this lovely, no, it's not that heavy. This is a lovely Macintosh IICI computer. And I'm going to keep referring to it as a 2CI, but I'm probably also going to mix it up and say 2CX because, yeah. This machine is the one that I picked up at the Vintage Computer Festival. Hello, David House. And I paid $95 for this, a matching monitor, and keyboard, and external tape drive, and some other goodies. Now, this, the guy said, did not chime. It did not make any happy noises. And we're going to test that before we rip all the capacitors over here. But it does look pretty nasty. But what's interesting about this machine is it has the feet. Yes, it has the feet that allow you to put it vertically. And yes, Mike, if I fix this 2CI, you could have one of them to play with. But this is in actually pretty remarkable condition. The case is in good shape. There's no real scratching from what I could tell. So we're just missing one NUBA slot cover. So there might have been an expansion slot card in there at one point, and then it went bye-bye. But, the Widow Feach. Yes, so, yeah, that's what we're going to be working on today. This does not have a hard drive in it, so the individual did give me a blank hard drive, which I did confirm worked. So that's good. But the logic board does not. Maybe. So let's take the hood off of this thing. I love how easy it is to get into these. It is missing a power connector, and someone on Twitter mentioned that they could give me one. So if needed, I could always take them up in that offer. But that's what the inside looks like. So we have the power supply. Here's the logic board. It's full of memory. I'm going to guess that's 5 megs of memory. That's just a guess. That's just going to be a guess there. Maybe it's 2. Who knows? Maybe we're screwed. But we have the floppy cable in here. We do not have the SCSI cable that I already took out. We do not have the hard drive power cable. But yeah, we have the cache card in here. It looks like that one of the 2 capacitors on here needs a little work. I mean, we're going to recap this whole darn thing. There's the cache card here with the little holder. Now, a lot of people look at this and they open a 2CI and they go, oh, it has the cache card. I got the rarest thing. No. So this machine was apparently notoriously slow without this cache card, and at one point in time, Apple just included it in all of the machines. So, as far as I recall, that is what I've heard. So this one does have a ROM sim slot. We have 3 NUBUS card slots. all the memory banks are full, and I believe the battery has been removed. But let's check that. Now I'm going to lower this camera slightly so you're going to be able to see maybe part of what I'm looking at here. And this camera's on a very delicate clamp, so if it falls off and just like plummets into my lap, that's why. Okay, so sorry, just reading the chat there. So we're going to take out the speaker. These machines are incredibly easy to service. You take the speaker out, otherwise you can't move the logic board forward. To remove the power supply, we're going to have to remove this plastic drive caddy holder thingy. And there's a clip that clips right into the power supply. This one actually looks like it's pretty flexible, yep. And we're just going to move that a bit to the side and lift this right out of here. All right. Oh yeah, we got some lovely bits by the startup circuit, and yeah, I'm not even gonna try and turn this on. I'll show you why. Oh boy, we have the floppy drive. I may have overpaid for this machine, folks. I may have overpaid. I wish I saw that in better light at the festival, but whatever. Okay, let me take out the battery. There is a newer battery in here. It's not an old battery or anything like that. Let's see the date on this. This is a EcoCell. The heck? 1999. All right, so that's not too bad. I'm gonna put that with my collection of presumably dead PRAM batteries, and put the little clip back on there. Okay, so we're going to remove the reset and interrupt switches. Those are installed on this model, so we have to remove that in order to remove the logic board. I'm going to try and do this carefully. We do not want to break those. Those are very nice to have. Push the board forward. There we go. These little guys, I'm sure someone has 3D printed replacements for these, but we don't want to break them. Okay, so just slide the board away from the ports. You hear a clicking noise. And then you should be able to, maybe. What am I missing here? What am I missing? Oh, it's the, is it the little light guide for the, oh, it shouldn't be caught on that. Well, let's try again. This machine probably has not been lifted out of its case in, oh, how many years? And this is where everyone's shouting at the screen, "You're doing it wrong!" All right, there it goes. Just a little stuck. Okay. Yeah, actually, this doesn't feel that brittle. And oh my gosh, it has signatures on it. Yeah, they all do. Okay, so let's put this case down behind me. And for anybody who's curious about the serial number of this machine, it is F as in Frank, 1, 2, 3, 2, A as an apple, U and is universal, A as an apple, 716. That is the serial number of this particular machine. And the serial number on the logic board, before I get them screwed up, is CY2143261. Okay, alright, so we're going to switch to the... Oh, thank you, Sad Mac. Save me from typing. We're going to switch to the microscope view in a second. I have to stand up and get the microscope because it's so far away. It's so far away. Because I pushed it out of the way. And it's heavy, so I can't just pull it towards me. Well, if it was properly situated, maybe. But okay. All right. Let's see if the microscope camera wants to cooperate today. It did not want to the other day. Now, before we get too far into this, just want to say I am working on repairs for other individuals. I'm just taking a bit of a break today. I wanted to focus on my own stuff for a while. I still have plenty of things I have to do for clients, so no shortage of that work, for better or worse. Let me switch. First, let's put the camera back up so you can see my face. And then we're going to go to the microscope. If it wants to show up, hey, how about that? And we have to fix some things here. Where's my keyboard? Put it over here. Hold on. We're just fixing this up here. And we are not working on an SE30 anymore. We are working on a Mac2Ci. And boom! Okay. All right. All right. So hopefully you can see that now. Yes, that swap meet was excellent. And if you have not watched the videos on the swap meet, I apologize. The second video is a bit long, but it was a heck of a swap meet. It really took me back to the swap meets of yesteryear. More like the swap meets of 2 decades ago. All right. So, all right. So this one was manufactured in '92. Wow, it's a bit late for one of these machines, if I recall correctly. But anyway, all right. So let's get this closer. Wrong lever. Wrong lever. Let's get this closer. Now this is Bruce. If you have a weak stomach today, Bruce, if you are in the stream, you look away because this is bad. This is So whenever anybody says no, it's just the caps, you know, it'll wash up good. Yeah, this is right near the startup circuitry, and that's problematic. You don't want that on your logic board. My goodness. I wonder if that chip is still okay. Yeah, that's potentially way overpaid on this one. So let me adjust this so I can see what I'm doing. And then we'll adjust the camera. So apologies that you're going to go out of focus for a second. I need to see what the heck I'm looking at first, but yeah, we're hopefully this just needs to be clean, but I have a bad feeling that some of these traces just rotted under there. So we're just going to do some gentle cleaning first. I'm not even going to touch any of the capacitors at this point yet, because I'm afraid this leg is going to fall off right here. It seems pretty sturdy, but I'm... Oh yeah, that's normal. Oh my goodness. $95. Well, at least it had the monitor. And some other things. This is why usually as a rule of thumb, folks, just if you're wondering how cheap and frugal I am, I usually don't pay over $50 for a vintage computer. And this is exactly why, because until it's under a microscope, I don't care how good vision you have. Until it's under a microscope, I mean, this was visible without it. I just didn't take a look hard enough at the show, but yeah, you don't want to spend a lot of money and then realize you're screwed. No, I'm not saying this is not salvageable. I'm just saying there's a lot of work involved in this. Yeah, so I am usually very, very frugal when it comes to these things, because you never know what condition it's going to be in. He could have a beautiful case, and then inside is like, oh my gosh, what is going on in there? Yeah, this is just, all of this is just, I'm pretty sure that's not connected anymore. Oh boy. Oh boy. I hope so too, Logan. I hope so too. Yeah, this is a bit crusty all around. Let me just have a look at these other. It looks okay, I guess. These two don't look too bad. But see, this capacitor just leaked all over the place. If that wasn't apparent before. Because this trace is... This is gone. This is gone. Gone diddly on. I mean, there was... The top coating is just gone. Let's see if there's anything under it. Looks like there might be some stuff under it, but I don't know if I trust that. Oh. Yeah, so that's concerning. And of course you have traces that go all around this. This is gonna be fun. Fun on a bun here. Ugh. Yeah, this is yay. Oh, sorry, Trina. We just got to the good nasty bits. Don't worry. And we're gonna take a tour around the board because Trina's here. We finally got her here, so we're gonna take a tour around the board. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, that bird poo. Okay, that's concerning because this is capacitor fluid. All this sticky stuff is capacitor fluid on both sides of this chip. Right on the sound chip. I would not be surprised at all if sound no wanna worky no more. Great. So there's that guy there. And that's probably oh that's lovely. Oh that's so add 4 hours to the timer. Maybe a long one. What is that? A mouse turd or a dead bug? I don't even know anymore. Ugh. Does dark emitting diode. Tip your waitresses. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Oh yeah, look at this one is just black. Ugh. There's just grime all over this, and there's look at this between these legs here. There's just so much. Oh God! Now let's get out the multimeter here. I'm just curious. Yep, there goes the thing. Got our beep beep machine here. Just curious. None of these are bridged. Really? Oh, those might... Well, maybe they're supposed to be like that. Oh, anyway. Okay, so thankfully this board doesn't have too many capacitors. The problem is where it has them. Where it has them. We got some problems. Alright, so what I'm going to start doing here is getting out the alcohol and just wiping away some of the sin that's on this machine. You get a nice focus on my head there. Oh, 50 people watching already. My goodness. Hello, everybody. So we are just very, very carefully cleaning around this chip here, this UE13 chip, which is part of the startup circuitry here, from what I recall, on the Macintosh IICX. And this would be a big reason why it doesn't want to turn on, as the seller indicated to me. And I will never, ever, and I mean ever, not look at the startup circuitry of a IICX again. Now I was outside. There was a huge computer thing going on. I was giddy as a schoolboy. I was just like, ooh, computer. And I honestly wanted the monitor because I thought, if you saw my my pickups video, you know this already. I thought the monitor included with this was a color monitor. Turns out it's a grayscale one, which I don't have anyway, so I guess that's okay. But I was like, ooh, I want the color monitor to match my LC and blah blah blah. And yeah, that's not what it was. So I overpaid for this because I was excited to get the monitor. Didn't really want the IICX because I had one already, but I guess all things considered, it's not a bad deal for a monitor and a hard drive and a keyboard. If you were to dice up those items and price them individually, I think they would be pretty fair. But again, this is just coming from a frugal old person who usually doesn't pay over $20 or $30 for a used computer because he's frugal and old and he's cranky and frugal and cheap. I don't know. Anyway, just try and clean this stuff up a little bit here. Just a little quick cleanup. We are going to get those caps off, of course. We're going to probably have to remove those chips, of course, but just doing some cleanup here. Oh, it's Sean. Hello, Sean. Welcome to the chat, the stream, the whatever this is here. Hopefully your your machines you picked up does not have as much fun, because this is the machine I picked up from VCF. This is the Macintosh IICI, and yeah, there's so much gunk on this chip here from this leaking capacitor that it just corroded the hell out of everything. Fun times, fun times. Yeah, let me tell you, Mike, it is freezing in this basement right now. It is absolutely freezing. That is not a detriment to the new system. I'm just saying, usually it didn't really get that cold down here, but freezing my butt off here. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to blast this with hot air. We're going to get off those caps, and we're going to get off that chip as well. Because I don't like this stuff sitting on this board any longer than it has to. So there. So let's refocus this just a little bit. There we go. Oh, thank you very much, Justin. A contribution to the Cranky and Frugal Fund. Eep! Thank you very much, Justin. That is very, very kind of you. Oh, too hot, too cold. I know. I'm a crazy person. And where is my solar station? There it is. I haven't done a live stream in a few weeks, guys. So I'm a bit all over the place. All right, so let's move the floppy drive out of the way. We'll tend to that later. And we're going to use the old soldering station because that's the only one I have with the heat gun on it. There we go. Make sure that's actually plugged in. It is not. Let's make sure the back is turned on. It is not. All right, so we gotta do a few things here. Okay, all right. Oh, where am I? Did you get your hair cut? Yes, my wife cut my hair outside. Quarantine haircut. Yay! And she did a very fine job. Just don't look at the back. There's always an oopsie somewhere. It's okay. No one's going to look at the back of me. It's like me holding a lightsaber. Huh? Alright, the Star Wars jokes are just going to keep coming, guys. Sorry. That's just how it is. It's just how it is. Oh, boy. Macopause. God. Alright, so let's put some flux on these little capacitors here. And we're going to get these little guys off the board. 'Cause nobody wants them here. Alright, where did I put my tweezers? There they are. Why is this board wobbling around? Did I put a screw under here or something? What's going on with this? Hold on. That's going to drive me nuts. It's still wobbly. What are you wobbly for? It's gonna drive me crazy, but whatever. It's what's gonna happen. All right, so let's continue here. What? Trina! Blasphemy! Oh. I heard a weird noise. I got scared. All right, let's hope nothing blows up here. Famous last Mac84 words. Oh, these reek. Good thing you guys don't got smell-o-vision. Oof. It's like someone's like working with pool chemicals and bad capacitors. What a horrible mix. Whoop. Got a little puff out of that one. Not gonna let you pop. Not gonna do it. In the trash you go. Whoa. She can't take any more, Captain. Why is this one so hard to get off? It already leaked all over the damn board. Oof. Oof. Ooh, that looks disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Let's try and get this little tiny one off of here while the area is hot. You can't see it because I'm not... There we go. Whee! Alright. You know what? Let's get this one off by the power switch. Nah, yeah, we'll do that later. Let's look at this carnage here. My goodness. Alright. Thanks, Mike. Always appreciate the encouraging words after I purchase something. Oh, gosh. Oh, look at that. Oh, this poor board. Look at that. Just look at how horrible that is. Hold on, wait. This wobbling board is really screwing me up. Hold on. This is disgusting. I did, Mike. I just didn't see it, and I was too excited. All right, don't worry. We're gonna try and fix this up here. Oh boy. Uno momento. I have a phone call. Be right back. Hello? Hi. Okay, sorry about that. A family member called with a question. They are on my do not disturb list. So we're calling about your Macintosh IIci warranty. To extend your Macintosh IIci warranty, press 1. Your manufacturer's warranty on your Macintosh has run out. To extend the warranty on your Macintosh, press 1. To be removed from this list, press star 9 pound 19 blah 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 blah. This is actually looking much better than it was before. I was just convinced that this trace here was going to be obliterated. I mean, it doesn't look pretty, but it's still there. So we're just doing a very quick cleanup here. Don't worry, much more cleaning is going to be required for this board. I could tell. I could just tell. Yeah, we're going to have to take this chip off. There was just so much gunk by it that and this one maybe too. Let's take off all three. Well, actually this one looks okay. But yeah, it just, ugh. Yuck, 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 yuck. Alright, so let's get the rest of the caps off and then we'll play around. Sure, Craig, I have no experience with the Timex, but maybe. That's a very confident maybe. Alright, where the heck are the little tools I have? Did I move them? Where's my tools? I've misplaced my tools. Little bent metal PCI covers. Where the heck did they go? I'm looking at the camera because I have no idea. That's what happens when you clean your desk off for shooting footage of things. And then you don't put everything back. Here they are. Oh no, now you see the back of my head. We're... Oh well. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take this capacitor off, which is annoyingly close to plastic. So we're going to put these old PCI card covers just between that and the plastic, just to reduce the amount of heat that gets to there. It's not going to fully reduce it, but this is my personal machine. I'm not going to be upset if something slightly melts. As long as it's functional, I could really care less. Yeah, let's try and get all these off. Because all these look pretty darn bad. You connect all your SCSI stuff now. Nice. Steve's little tools. Off with that, chips! Sounds very angry. Okay, so let's try this out here. Get these tweezers, why can't I do simple things today? Oh, this smells beautiful. Whoop! You almost did a huge explosion on me there. Get off of my tweezers. There we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, that chip next to there doesn't look too happy either. Oh, lordy. Alright, let's... on to this one. Oh. If this has any sound out of it when we're all done, I'm going to be very surprised. I overpaid for the Macintosh IICX, the IICX, the IICX. I overpaid for the Macintosh IICX because it has leaky capacitors. Don't be a dork like Mac84. Don't overpay for a IICX. I overpaid for my IICX, and now you're paying me to sing. One more time. Thank you, thank you. Be here all weekend. This stupid capacitor won't come off. It won't come off. It won't come off. There we go. That's the only song I know, guys. Oh. Why am I losing 100 subscribers a second? What's going on? I don't understand. Why are my ears bleeding? Mac84 did it to me. That Mac84 guy done hurt me. If you were injured by Mac84, call 1-800-SOS-MAC84. That's 1-800-SOS-MAC84. We will give you legal compensation. That Mac84 guy done told me something and it hurt my ears. He also told me not to message him on Instagram for technical support, but I done do it anyway. And then he don't respond and I get confused. I'm not a drinker. That may surprise you. Especially the way I'm acting right now. Is he high? They legalized that marijuana in New Jersey. What is he doing? Nothing gets you high on life like Kep juice. Refreshing. Oh yeah, inhaling that smoke has got to be good for me. Sure, just throw the whole pair of tweezers in the bin, Steven. You don't need those. Okay. Okay, so yeah, these aren't the prettiest, but let's see if we can clean this up. You guys don't appreciate my singing? I don't know why. My singing coach, after I paid him, said I was a natural. Then he disconnected his phone, but I think that was just an error. I don't think he would do that on purpose. You can get some solder balls, buy these chips. Oh, this is freaking fantastic. This is why I charge so much. This is why. Oh, that's. Ugh. If you were on the fence about recapping your Macintosh computer, and you're like, it can't be that bad, I'll just put it in the dishwasher. You may want to rethink that. I done told you my Macintosh, it's fine. It's the capacitors that are bad. Oh boy. Hello, Patrick. Welcome to this, whatever this is. I know, we're singing, we're ripping off capacitors, we're giving advice to people. I don't know what's going on today. But welcome to this insanity. I hope you get some enjoyment out of this. No refunds. Absolutely no refunds. Got some copper coming off there. We got some goo coming off there. Oh, this is just... ugh. See, I offered less on this machine, and I was declined that offer. I should have walked away. Got a little solder ball here. Let's put them together because they're friends. Look at how happy they are together. Like R2-D2 and C-3PO. In the trash they go. You love me? Is that a technical term? Honey, I love you more than I can love anybody else. Oh, gosh. So, that's not going to help. Oh, gosh. This is, Oh, well, we got it off. Hey, how about that? Sometimes you get lucky there. We got another one over here. That's the problem with hot air sometimes. Well, a lot of the times with these old machines, the outer solder on these pins and such will just form up into these little solder balls. And they can be very annoying to try and get off, especially when they go behind the chip like that one did. Oh, well. And it was right behind my head, so you couldn't see. Sorry about that. High on cap juice. Yes, I'll take my cap juice with diet, please. I want diet cap juice. Too much caffeine in that regular cap juice. Well, I must be doing something right because we have 64 people watching now. Hello, everybody. If you don't enjoy the nonsensical nature of these live streams, do not worry. You do not have to watch it. There are plenty of scripted videos that are not 4 hours long. And then you'll have to hear as many ramblings of a madman. As many. They're condensed ramblings. We like to keep those ramblings short. Oh, look at this guy. Happy camper. Oh, gosh. See, if I had a stupid amount of money, I would pay stupid money for old Macs, and then I'd, recap them on a stream. And be like, look, it's not worth it. I'm glad I'm making somebody laugh. Alright, so let's get this cap out of the thing. I was trying to do an accent there, and I just gave up. I just gave up midway. It's not worth it. Alright. Oh God, I swear, I'm okay. It's been a stressful week, guys. It's only Tuesday. We see the capacitor in its natural habitat. And then its natural predator, the heat gun, comes to wash it away. The capacitor got scared, it almost popped. This one's gonna pop all over me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be a wuss, and I'm going to stick the scalpel just right through the plastic part of that capacitor. There we go. So it doesn't really pop, it'll just go and just ooze out a little bit. Because I don't want it to splash right onto my exposed legs because I'm wearing shorts. Come on. Oh, that's a beauty. It's about a 4-pounder right there. Look at that. I do not have my fan on because I was freezing. I don't even know where my fan is. I will find it. Or I'll consume too many fumes and succumb to the elements. But we'll roll those dice. How about that? That's why he's loopy. He's inhaling the fumes. Got happy little cap juice here. Just some happy little cap juice. Don't you know? All the best stuff is made in Japan. Alright, where's that little fan I have? It's probably just covered with crud that's all over my desk here. I have not moved out of the way. Oh no, wait, it's in that bin behind me. It's a bright pink fan. How the heck could I miss that? Easily, when you have a lot of crap on your desk or your personal surroundings. Where can I plug this in? Let's plug it in over here. Bruce is here! Bruce, you missed all the scunge, gunge, crunge, bunge, whatever you call it. My God, whatever it is, you missed it. You missed it. Don't worry. There's more. This is one crusty little IIci over here. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. This is gonna need an ultrasonic bath, an ultrasonic bath, an ultrasonic bath. This is gonna need an ultrasonic bath. Bruce didn't hear my singing, so we have to repeat ourselves for Bruce. Repeat ourselves for Bruce. Repeat ourselves for Bruce. We have to repeat ourselves for Bruce, so he hears our singing. And now Bruce is unsubscribing. And that whine you hear is probably the fan. Why are you making weird noises? Here, just stay there. We have the fan on, Trina. I will not be as words. I don't know. This board is just... There's crud everywhere. Everywhere. Don't feel like you have to. It's like the most polite way I can be like, can you effing not? Oh, the fun of live streaming. Let's show Bruce the little fun that we found over here. What did I drop? Oh. It's just my tweezers. This little happy land of capacitors over here. Look! Look what it did to our poor chip! What you did to my boy! My beautiful boy! Yeah, that chip, it's gonna have to come off. Make it stop, my ears are bleeding. No. No, no. Hey, I started singing the viewer count goes up, so don't tell me. Tell the algorithm. Oh, boy. Well, thank you very much, Graham. If I'm pronouncing your name correctly, I apologize. Thank you very much. I'm glad I didn't scare you off. Mac84. I like that. I like that. I have to register that before some loony does. Other than this loony. All right, so let's get this chip off of here because, yeah, I'm gonna bet that it is terrible under there, and I just felt some scrapey. Ugh. For an American, yes, I'm a dumb American out in New Jersey, so if I say something half right or 25% of the way right, that's a win for me. I can never pronounce anything correctly, and that's how I am. Sorry. All right, let's get this chip off. Oh, look at all those happy little solder balls. Oh, look at all this crud. Ew. Oh, no, you stay there. No, you stay there. My goodness. Well, that's okay, right? Right, Bruce? That's just fine. That's just fine. There's no problem. Yes, I need to order some Kapton tape. That just buff right out. Just close your eyes. If you close you just close your eyes. Every logic board looks like it's fine. Hot metal, hot. Fire bad, metal hot. It may. It may. You might, Rabbit, you might. Let's see. I'm just trying to soak up the grime here. That's why I'm using a Q-tip here. And you can see how dark and discolored it's getting. If I was just trying to clean something, I would more likely use a toothbrush. But I'm trying to scrub away at all the gunk here that has deposited itself over the great many years. of this poor board. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I got some solder balls hiding out on that chip too. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Gunge, scunge, grunge, whatever you want to call it. It is disgusting. And it is on this logic board. Alright, so I'm going to take this chip off now too. Just because I kind of don't want to. Okay, let me see if I could. Let me see how well this cleans up. Move this around here. Bruce is shouting at the screen, "Take the damn chip off!" Yeah, well now, now that those solder balls are thoroughly pushed under the chip, we have to take the darn thing off. Oh well, I think this one will be okay though. I think the chip to the right of it, it looks clean enough that I don't think we'll have a problem. I am concerned of the traces under those two chips, so we're gonna just do that there, and we're gonna try and get that one off. I said the swears. Oh no, a cuss. This stream has been rated PG for partial guidance. I don't know. More heat. Oh, that's a lot of nice gunk. Yeah, I think it was a good idea to take that off. What do you think? Oh my. Oh my. There's a lot of crud out of there. That actually didn't clean up too bad. It looks like all the traces are actually intact under these chips, which amazes me because I thought it was all going to be a little fun time of me wiring all this stuff up, because that's what happened on one of the two CIs that I had to fix up. Well, look at that. It looks beautiful now. Yeah, I should probably, yes. It looks so nice and pretty, though. See, the thing is, those capacitors are right next to these chips, which is why I took those off. There's no capacitor right next to the other chip, and I do not see the signs of crud around them like I do with those. But we'll get to that soon enough, I'm sure. You know, Andrew, my hands are not always that steady, and sometimes I just don't stream because of that. Like if I'm just not feeling up to it, but you sort of get a feel for it. It's hard to explain. You sort of do get a feel for it. Alright, so I'm going to move this board off of the table here, and I'm going to focus on the chips that we've removed from that board. So here's the first chip here. Here's the second. I believe they're the same type. Yes, they are. Okay, so that helps. And the stripe is facing towards the power button. Remember that for me, folks. The stripe is facing toward the power button. And I'm looking for the little thing that I usually put these in when I give them a good scrub. I guess I don't need it, but we'll play around with it anyway. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the machine. Sometimes you could have a lot of trouble just keeping things steady. Other times you'll be okay. So yeah, this chip is pretty gnarly. And just look at all that delicious stuff under. So what I'm just doing is carefully just taking some of the bigger chunks off of here. Not really pushing, just like nudging it. And seeing what comes off. We'll have to use some heat. I'm just being very gentle because I don't want to break any of these pins if they're all... Oh, yeah, that one. Like that one. Like how I broke that one just now. But this one was the disgusting one. Don't do what I did. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's, left. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, see how wide these are? And see how thin this one is? This has just got eaten away. So we are just very carefully trying to clean off these legs. I will be applying heat to them with my iron. I just want to try and get some of the bigger chunks out of here and just understand which legs may be fragile. So I already have one over there that's fragile. These look okay. Don't look as fragile. So the second chip here, thankfully they all seem to be the same, so these are probably common, which is good. Oof. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, alright, so. Okay, so usually I have a little cup of... There they are. Let me grab one of these. Sorry, I keep hitting into my microphone. It's not intentional. Alright, so let's put these in this little cup here. And we're just going to put some alcohol in here. And do a bit of a scrub. If I could recall where I put my toothbrush. There it is. Keep my teethers clean. So I'm going to put this on its side here. And just scrub very gently. Especially on that side. That's sensitive there. Let's see how that helped. Yeah. Alright, so I'm sorry, you guys have been out of focus the entire time. Let me just zoom out a little bit. You guys are probably getting dizzy. Take some alcohol. You're going to need it. Alright, so I'm going to try just to get some of this crud off. There we go. So this is the other chip here. Oh no, this is the one from before. You fool. Alright, let's get the heat involved here. Don't want to get the law involved, but we have to. Alright, so where's the good soldering iron? Well, I don't know if I could call it the good soldering iron because it did almost explode. I'm just going to call it the different soldering iron. And we have to take that large tip off because we don't need it. That's overkill for this situation. And the other one's in here. I think that's the other one I was using. Yeah. Let's hope I don't blow anything up. Please. I'd like to live. The weather is much better than it was before. It was a little muggy, but now it's honestly not that bad right now. Beep. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna load this chip up with some flux, and we're just gonna gently try and clean this up. Come on, don't stick to my finger there. We're gonna try and clean this up with some solder. It's a little baby chip, a little tiny baby chip. Sounds wrong. All right, let's just get the inevitable out of the way. We're gonna break the chip. We're gonna break the chip, or we're gonna maybe not break the chip. Very technical terms here. All right, let's. Yes, he delicately touches the chip. Don't mind the stupid accents, folks. I don't even know who I'm doing anymore. What I'm doing anymore. Who am I? Alright, so heating up these little feet usually tries to get all the grime out of them, which is good. Cleans them up pretty good. I'm just being very careful with this one. Yeah, I know. These are the bad tweezers. These tweezers. These tweezers are only used to hold things down. They are not the grabbing variety anymore. They've been demoted. These are the pushing tweezers. They just push things. Yes, the startup circuit. That is why these need to be fixed. Because I've had to do this repair before. I've done a few 2CI machines. And if the machine doesn't boot up, that's usually the reason why. Get a big solder blob on this, that might help. Oh, come on. Really? Probably just need more flux on this thing. I mean, it's been a while since I cleaned a chip like this. It looks like I don't know what I'm doing, folks. That's the opposite. I know exactly what I don't know what I'm doing. I thought that was the weak leg, and it's this one. It's probably going to pop off, because... Yeah. Alright, so let's try being very careful again with this thing, because... I'm just trying to get the little pieces of crud out from between the legs, and I could brush them with the brush, and we'll be doing that in a second. I'm trying to get the big chunks out of here because the brush won't take them. There we go. But it's just, you know, they're just capacitors. You could easily pop them off. This will be an easy job for you. Says the person that doesn't have to do the work. Oh, boy. I've had chips so bad I've had to ultrasonically clean just the chips because it was just too much of a mess. I do not have replacement chips. That's why I'm being extra cautious, unless they just happen to use the same chips that I have elsewhere, but which I don't believe is the case. This one doesn't look too bad. This one just has some nastiness. When the singing stops, it gets serious. Alright, so that's not too horrible. I'll try and clean this one up here. Exciting partial zoom in action, 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 action. That one looks fine now. Yay. Now the delicate one. This is... Hold your breath, folks. This ain't for the faint of heart. Everyone's like, he's gonna rip the legs off of the chip. What is he gonna do? Then the Dremel comes out. And that's not fun for anybody, but... So I can't brush vigorously on that side. But this side I can. It's still cruddy on that side. How is everyone doing today? Hope you guys are doing okay. This fine May the 4th. Let's do a little Star Wars poll here for all my fellow geeky people who are none. There are no geeky people in this chat. Obviously, we're all way above that. It says the dork who's wearing a Star Wars shirt. What is your favorite Star Wars film? Do you like the Wars of Stars? What's your favorite? Don't tell me about the ones you hate. We all know those. What's your favorite one? Or one you like. It doesn't have to be a favorite. If you don't like it, you don't have to talk about it. But let's see. I think that cleaned up pretty well. Empire Strikes Back. Excellent choice. Of course, I am talking about the unaltered theatrical versions, not the special edition crap. Oh, Rogue One is an excellent one. Oh, I love Rogue One. Wrath of God. Trina. I thought Rogue One is excellent. See, Rogue One is one of those films I could just sit down and watch. And just watch it again and again. And I think the beauty of it is because it... Obviously, there are connections to the other films and everything like that, blah, blah, blah. But it stands on its own. You don't have to be like, oh, what's going to happen next? You know, because you kind of know, you know, if you're a dork and you're a fan of everything. Hey, that didn't clean up too bad. There's still some crud there, but... I don't know, I'm just a big fan of it. I like the music. I don't know. When I like a movie, I like it hard, and I go and get all the making of book and the soundtrack and all that good stuff. So I thought that was a fun one. Don't get me wrong, it was different, but it was I thought it was fun. And then you think everything's all pretty and shiny, and then you look at it under a microscope and you go, oh no. There's still some gunk there. This is why it will never be fully clean. Ha 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 ha. It'll be clean enough, and then you put it on the board and you ultrasonic it. So Is this the one with the bad thing? Or was that the other one? Wow, I'm losing track here. Oh yeah, there's all the yucky gunk here. Okay, not too bad. It featured a Mac, which was oh, yes. Oh yeah, you know what? Like I am beyond saying, oh, this one's the best because of the. No, I like, to a degree, all of the films, whether it's the prequels or I like aspects of each one. I'm not saying I like every part of it. That would be different. That would be different. Yeah, hand fucking. Oh, whoops. Oopsies. Hand shot first. You can tell I was getting a little bit excited there. Let's put the logic board back on the back on here before we get demonetized, huh? You can just tell I'm a little bit passionate about that subject. All right, let's clean this up here. It is. It's the Joyzy coming out in me. All right, so we're gonna clean the heck out of this area here. Heck and good clean. We're gonna put some flux here. Oh, I cracked myself up. And we're gonna just clean the pads here with a big old solder ball. Try and get all the old gunky solder loose so we can clean up these pads and we can put those chips back on. And I will look at your Star Warsy answers in a second. I didn't ignore you. I am just cleaning this up a little bit as some of the solder mask comes off. Yay! Oh, so much crud in some of these. Especially this one. You can even smell the cap juice on these traces here. The pads, whatever whatever these are. My goodness, it smells awful. Yeah, that went to PG-13. You're allowed one. It's okay. You like how the Clone Wars helped you fall asleep. It puts me to sleep like a baby. Oh, it's hilarious. I'm not comparing states of the country. No, no, no. Oh, yes. Thank you. No worries. Have a good night, and thank you for the good luck. We're gonna need it, I think. Oh boy, I hate capacitor juice. It's everywhere, and it gets everywhere, and it's awful. That was my Anakin Skywalker impression. Just for Bruce. Just for Bruce, because he likes that movie so much. Oh gosh, the rest of this stream, is it really just going to be Star Wars quotes about loosely connected to repairing things? Because I can make that happen. I think we'd lose a substantial amount of viewers, but I can make that happen. One of my favorite lines in The Empire Strikes Back is from C-3PO, and obviously, that film was made in 80, 81, something like that. You think of, the way that the role that computers had in a society back in that time period, okay? One of my absolute favorite lines is C-3PO going to R2-D2. The City Central Computer told you. You know better than to trust a strange computer. It just gets me every time. Because I'm a big dork, obviously. But it's just like the whole the whole notion that, it's common knowledge not to trust a strange computer, as far as C-3PO is concerned. That just always cracks me up. It's just those little things that you notice on your 80th watch that I enjoy. Alright, let's where's where'd I put the multimeter? Here. I just want to test to make sure all these things are actually connecting. Cause yeah. I hope I can fix everything. Well, everything except Joe's Macintosh SE30, but we're not done with that yet. Wink. Stay tuned for Friday's video. Alright, let's see. Fixing things. Good at I am. Maybe. Alright, beep, 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 beep. I'm gonna do the Star Wars theme on my multimeter. Alright. Beep, 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 beep. Sorry, I had to. Legally was binding. Okay, I don't think that one goes anywhere. Alright, so this all actually looks pretty good. I'm going to clean that up a little bit and we'll put the chip back on. I just want to clean up the spot right next to it. Mudhole? Slimy? My Macintosh IICX? This is a horrible Yoda impression. My apologies to Frank Oz. This is actually cleaning up pretty good, so I'm fairly confident that this machine will have some life. I don't know if it's going to be perfect, but I'd like to get it working, obviously. I mean, obviously. Demonetize my face. The Quadra 840 AV. Why'd you have to mention that? Why'd it have to be the Quadra 840 AV? Yes, we like to keep things PG-13 here, so just, we get a little bit excited in the chat here. Just, keep it civil. Please, thank you. Squeak, 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 squeak. Okay, we look much happier now. Yay! Look how purty that is. You can't see because we've been out of focus probably for the last 20 minutes. And nobody told me! Ben! Why didn't you tell me? Ben! Bruce! Alright. Oh, God. I'm laughing at my own jokes, and this is just a sign that I should be not doing this. Alright, let's put these back on the board here. Hyperdrive FX40, common thing or rare? I have no idea what that is. It sounds like an accelerator? Like a LC040 or an LC... or a 68040 upgrade card thing? External hard drive. Striped towards the power button. Thank you, Adam. You stay. Okay. I am insane. Don't worry. It's all an act. No, it's not. Don't worry, folks. He's fine. He's really not. Really not. Alright, so we're going to try and position this chip correctly. I know it doesn't look the prettiest, but okay, I don't think that went on too badly. We'll double check it, of course. Yes, it's always maddening when you don't have the proper cables, but you might be able to find them fairly easily. Those are quite common. So maybe if you do find the SCSI cables, you could test that out. Don't be surprised if the drive is dead, though. Sounds like it's a 40 meg drive based on the number there. I make it look so easy. This is also after how many years I've been tinkering around with this crud? Don't know. Too many. Too many. This chip is going to be a bit sloppily put on because it's a little higher and it's resting on some of the solder that we should have cleaned off with some solder wick, but that's just how this repair is going to be. This is my personal machine. I'm not doing this to win any pretty awards here or anything like that. I mean, that's just an excuse. I'm just being lazy. That sounds weird. Sorry. I mean, ideally, I would have sucked away the solder from those pads, but I completely felt like I've replaced those, so I should be okay. And then when this machine doesn't boot up, we could all just blame my hastiness. Sounds like a good compromise to me. That should be okay, I think. Boxes of dead hard drives. Fantastic, so do I. Alright, so it seems to be pretty on there. Now we're going to work on these caps. We have one more to remove, and that's by this power switch here. Oh, that looks so lovely. We're going to just do one of these. Put the metal right there. Let's see if we have another one that'll fit right in that spot. The idea is to separate the capacitor from the plastic as much as possible, so you get some separation there when you're blowing a bunch of heat there, so you're not deforming this plastic as much. Now again, this is my personal machine. I don't really care about the plastic as much. It would be nice to retain it, but if it melts a little bit, I'm not going to be that upset. Let's get the heat gun out again. It survived for 4 days. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, this one smells awful. Someone get this big melting capacitor out of my way. Whoa, that one just popped the second I dropped it into the trash bin. Lucky me, huh? Did you test any of those hard drives you picked up? Yes, I did. One of them is right here, and it worked. I've tested a few of them. If you watched, what video is it? Yeah, I think in the second swap meet video I showed the IBM one that was not happy. But some of the Western Digital ones seem to work, which is good. Just gonna clean this up a little bit here. Actually, what am I doing? No, I didn't mean to put the flux there, but I guess now it's there. We're gonna use it. Yeah, that's a bit nasty. Excuse me. We're just making crude Star Wars references and shoving them into the stream because I have nothing better to do with my life. Sorry for any confusion. Love that capacitor juice. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Yeah, I did a bit of a Skyping with Mike from Mike's Mac Shack and a few of the other guys, and we were testing some of the hard drives. I think it was actually just Mike at the time, and I was just using my power computing clone to test some of the drives. And the Western Digital ones seem to be okay. In fact, I formatted one. And if this machine does work, we're going to put an actual hard drive in there, because might as well use the darn things. I don't have to, need a SCSI to SD adapter for everything. I mean, especially under System 6 or something, this machine's going to fly. Yeah, and in that box of the $20 hard drives, there were some IDE ones too. So, I mean, I don't know if those are going to really work any better or what. And it looks like this trace here. Where did I put that darn multimeter? This maybe is connected. We'll see. Yeah, it is. All right. I got a little worried there. Excuse me. Hey, Greg. Alright, so we got all the capacitors off the board, actually. Now, there are some chips that look pretty darn cruddy, for lack of a better word. And I will be taking a look at those to see if they need some cleaning. Yeah, especially... just look. Why? Why is it always the sound chips? Why? I think we're going to have to take these sound chips off. I don't... Yeah, I think we're going to have to take those sound chips off. Of course there are two of them. Why would this be easy? Alright, so let me grab my clippers here. Where did I put them? Oh, I brought them upstairs when I was in the attic and I was wiring things together. Don't I have another pair of clippers? No, I do not. Let me go... Just walk over there and grab them. One moment, please. Oh, I put them right over here. I went all the way upstairs, and they're right next to me because I'm a dork. Use the clippers. I'm going to clip this old capacitor out of here. Make it easier for us to work in this area. In the trash you go. I didn't get demonetized. Hopefully not. Nobody watches these live streams anyway. Actually, they do according to the analytics, which is why it's so funny when people go, your videos are too long. Because somebody's watching them, at least. Rant over. Alright, let's get these chips out of here. The reason I'm doing this is there was a capacitor right next to it, and I think at least one of them went kablamo. So we're going to try it and get that removed here carefully, hopefully, maybe. I was wiring a ceiling fan, if you must know, into my office. Yeah, it needs a little bit of cleanup. Let's do the other one here. Alright. Yeah, those of them need a little bit of a cleanup. Oh, Mr. Fahrenheit, thank you very much. Eep! I greatly appreciate your preservation work as well. Thank you for doing what you do, and thank you for the super chat. Very, very kind of you. Thank you. No worries, GT. See you later, pal. Eef. I'm gonna pour one out here. This is disgusting. It's over, capacitors! I have the high ground! Don't try it! Thank you very much, Zodium. Eep! For that very thematic super chat message. Always appreciate you guys' support. Thank you very much. Helps me buy supplies, tools, etc. Speaking of which, I have to order more flux. May the flux be with you. Horrible impressions I do. Yes. Oh. Got a lot of solder balls around here because of the heat gun, but we'll try and clean most of that up. Do you by chance do old power supplies from the mid-90s? Not necessarily, Aaron, and I'll explain the reason why. So for each power supply, I need to understand the capacitors that are inside. And so if I get one from somebody and I don't know about it, say it's for a VCR or a CD player or some weird thing that I just don't have the knowledge of, those capacitors are a few dollars each, and I could go ahead and I could order a bunch of capacitors. It could cost me probably $30. Excuse me, about $30 or $40 with shipping. You have to understand shipping is about $10 if you order any type of capacitors for any place. Whether you're ordering 10 of them or 1,000, the shipping is usually about $10. So by the time you get all the capacitors in place, you're out about $30 or $40 just in parts. And then how do I test that power supply? I guess I could test the voltage on the rails and stuff like that, but unless I have the device, I can't really test it. So especially if somebody sends me a Macintosh IICX or an LC or a power supply for one of those machines, the only thing I could really do is just try and replace the capacitors and see if it works. I am by no means an electrical engineer or anything like that. I don't have any specific knowledge towards power supplies other than replacing capacitors and making sure visually if everything looks okay, replacing fuses and stuff like that. But that's just me personally. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who have the ability to do that, and it's fantastic for them. I just don't have that mindset and that time to do that, unfortunately, because it's a bit of a time suck, especially for a power supply I've never done before, like a Macintosh IICX. That's the little brother of this one. I actually made a recapping guide for that power supply, but that took a while, and it took even more time for me to order the capacitors and actually replace my own, and it was successful. I'm thankful for that, but that was a lot of time involved just to figure out if I could replace the caps in one power supply. So that's a long answer for you, but I always try and give thorough answers here. So I hope that answered your question. So now we're doing what we should have done with those smaller chips, but I'm doing it here. This is just using the solder wick here to very carefully go over the old solder and suck up all the old crud here. You want to be very careful. You do not want to lift up these pads. Very simple to do. You do not want to do that. So I'm just going over here very carefully with a hot iron and some flux. And I am just sucking up what solder I can. So when we put those chips back on, everything will be nice and clean. I'm going to try and avoid any sound issues on this machine. Oh, thank you very much, Adam. Yes, that will definitely go to the Capped on Tape and Flux Fun. Thank you very much, Adam. Eep. I hope your all your vintage Macs are doing well. I know you have a lot of vintage Apples and Macs, but I hope they are doing well. Always appreciate the support. Anyone ever rebuilt a PowerBook G4 battery? Well, I'm glad, Brian, that I don't feel so bad now anymore. Oh, boy. They didn't really have a ton of practical knowledge on the stuff. Well, that makes me feel much better, Brian. Thank you. If I have any questions, I'm reaching out to you first. Oh, boy. Ooh, assembling some blue scuzzies. That is excellent. I have a rasp scuzzy or raz scuzzy, however you pronounce it. I have one of those. I have to do that. I'm very much looking forward to it because apparently you could do like Ethernet stuff with it. So you could build like a hard drive and an Ethernet thing in one device. That'd be fantastic. I mean, that'd be great. So definitely want to try that. I think that'd be super cool to play around with. There's a lot of crud adjacent to this. I'm just trying to get as much crud off of this board as possible. Hope everybody's doing well today. We have 53 people watching. I guess they didn't like my singing, they left. That's okay. It's an acquired taste. Alright, so let's take a look at these sound chips while we move the board to the side for a few moments. I want to see if these require any special cleaning or anything like that. I hope they're the same, because the writing has worn off on the one that was on the left. We'll just have to remember that. Yeah, that looks pretty nasty. I'm sorry, you can't really see it. That's not pretty. So we're gonna try and clean these up here. there's just a lot of crud between these legs, especially these chips that have the curved legs. And things can be under those legs, they can be between them, they can be everywhere. So I'm gonna put some flux on this and just try and clean off the worst of it, which is on the side that was facing the nibba slots there. So we're just gonna try and get some of that crud off of there. So I can't really see that well. I'm just trying to do this really quickly here. Thank you, tweezers, for being not helpful at all. So just applying heat to these legs and making them bubble like that, sometimes it's just enough to get all the crud that's around them just a little loose, and then when you get to the toothbrush, it just helps them just come off just a little bit easier. If the words could come out of my mouth correctly. Hello, hello. Talking about batteries. Oh, that sounds like fun. I have not tried replacing the cells of a battery yet, for the reason of explosion. I don't want to tempt fate. So something tells me that with my luck, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm soldering this battery fine. And then, what's that? It's getting a little too hot, and then kablamo. And then fire department has to be called. My wife's mad at me. You know, there's a hole in the floor. Because nobody wants to deal with that. Get the law involved. One hand washes the other. There's no reason to get the law involved. Oh, I love Dr. Nick Riviera. Now remember, if anything goes wrong, let's not get the law involved. One hand washes the other. Oh, gosh. Okay, so that sound chip looks pretty good. Let's clean the heck out of this one. So really, it's just, actually, that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I mean, this more just has like flux in between the legs because of what I did to it before. But it actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I had a good iBook G4 that I gave to Mike, and he actually gave away in a giveaway. And yeah, the battery on that held like what did it hold, Mike? Like 2-3 hours, something like that. It's insane. Yes, practice on the junk boards. Excellent, excellent, excellent idea. Did I say how much an excellent idea that was? Because it's an excellent idea. You do not want to do your first soldering job on a complex board, or a board that you want to use, or a board that you have an attachment to, because you're just asking for trouble, really. All these look fine trace-wise. I'm just gonna double check here. That looks okay. Before I put the chip back on, it'd be good if I looked at this thing, huh? I'm being a little hasty. I know. But this really didn't look that bad, thankfully. I think these will be okay. So we just look at the little notch here, and that tells us which orientation the chip goes in. These are always a little harder to do with the microscope because you're so zoomed in, it actually looks like you're off center, but like in reality you're not. It's just because you have such a different view. And a hush goes over the crowd as he tries to put the silly chip back on correctly. And it's going to be crooked either way. That's the spirit. It's going to be crummy either way, so who cares how you do it? This is the point in time I remind you this is my own board and not a client's. With these, it's always a little more difficult to tell if you actually made the connection correctly because the legs go under the pad, and sometimes it looks like it's connected, but in reality it's not. So I'm going to have to swap this board around. Get a better look at this side of the chip here. Don't worry, Scarlett. Thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Did not realize we're going for almost 2 hours already. Where does the time go? So again, hope everyone's doing okay today. Anybody did any dorky Star Wars activities? Heck yeah. I'm all for it. In fact, if you have Disney Plus, they did add a fun little thing. Not like a movie or anything. But they added these little sequences. It's just, I think one's called biomes, and then one is like cross sections of a starship or whatever. And it's just neat. You know, it's just like, it's little, you know, put it on the background type of content there. But it's all like CGI stuff, but very beautiful CGI. But it's just neat, like pass-throughs of locations and ships and stuff like that, and it's all the dorky stuff I like. It's neat that, you know, they're doing little things, because not everything has to be a movie. Yeah, I'm very, you know, not everything has to be this like epic cinematic, like connected to other things type thing. You know, just like, hey, look, here's a beautiful starship, or you know, some desert planet. We're just gonna like look at it for like 5 minutes. Like, I don't know. Stuff is kind of cool. All right. Has anyone had a cap leak on a graphics card yet? Yes. Yes. Unfortunately, yes. All right. So let's try and put this chip back on. Noticing some crud. Let me just make sure that's nothing important. No, that's just some old flux by the looks of it. And a little hair that somehow got under this chip. Yeah. Alright. Oh, I actually have one of those. I got it for my birthday not too long ago. Shows you how much of a dork I am. And, I should have cut this off a little bit. I love that stuff, like the you know, the technical stuff. You know, when I was a kid, you know, my mother was really into Star Wars, so me and my brothers got into Star Wars, and I had a lot of those books of like the insides of the ships and the character bios and all that stuff. And 99% of that stuff is probably non-canon. You know, they rebooted the whole universe or whatever. But yeah, it's still fun as heck to look at. I don't care if it's... I don't care if this thing in that fake universe is accurate anymore. You know, it's like, really? It's a lot of fun. Fun stuff. Fun. See, this is where my jittery hands come out. Come on. Ah! Flipped it over. How did we manage to do that? Now there's flux on the top of the chip. Yeah, that's going to help it stick. Oh, good lord. Where was I again? Something about Wookiees? Let's get back to the Wookiees. Oh, gosh. Alright, that should be enough for us to fix this up now. Wookie cookies. Flip the chip! Looks like we need more flux because all the flux got on the top of the chip. Fun. I tell you, one of the best Star Wars video games I've ever played, and maybe I'm just biased because it was a fun one I played in the arcade when I was a kid, is the Star Wars Trilogy arcade by Sega. It was an on-rail shooter where you basically did not make any movements. That's what the name is, on rails. You basically, like, all the movement is taken care of, and you just aim and shoot. And you're on foot in some levels, you're in starships in some levels, and yeah, the graphics were kind of for 1998, but you know, it's like, oh man, that was a fun arcade game, and I actually own that arcade. It was on eBay a while ago, and I mean, my goodness, 10 years or so ago, and it was in rough shape. The arcade fell off a truck, literally fell off a truck, not like, oh yeah, you're not going to pay for it, it fell off a truck. No, it was literally being transported and it fell off a truck, and the CRT got banged around, so some of the colors aren't good, and it's one of those projects I'd like to tinker with now and again. My God, that's such a fun arcade game. Just plop into the action there, and it's just one of those things where they were supposed to port that, I believe, to the Sega Dreamcast at the time, and they never did. So the arcade is really, unless you have, you know, perfect emulation settings, which I think maybe now it could be emulated. A few years ago, you couldn't. It's just one of those games. It's just a heck of a lot of fun to play, if you're into that sort of stuff. I mean, if not, it's probably not. But all right. So we're just gonna go to the other side of the chip here. Type of ceiling fan. The one that was on sale. I mean, you're asking me the hard hidden questions here. I mean, it spins and it has a light. That's, other than that, I can't tell you much about it, unfortunately. I stayed away from the ceiling fan that just has like one LED bulb in it, because I'm like, I need more light in my room than that. So give me some actual light bulbs that I could replace. None of this little LED bulb in the center of a big plastic dome nonsense. Alright, I think those are in there. Let's double check with the multimeter here. Make sure we didn't screw anything up. Oh, well, thank you very much, Trina. Yes, so I do have a Patreon. I do update it quite frequently with behind-the-scenes content and draft videos and stuff that has not been publicly released yet. So if you do like my scripted videos, I have one that's coming out this Friday, but it's been on Patreon for probably almost a week and a half now. Yeah, if you like that sort of stuff and you want to support me, either way, there are a lot of perks involved, so feel free to jump on that if you want to support me. I'm not like some of those creators where, you know, the support tiers are like $5 to get anything. You want to support me for $1, you get most of the perks that everybody else gets. So if you want to do that, jump on by. Please consider doing that. Or if you don't want to do a recurring thing, hey, that's okay. If you still want to support me, otherwise you could do a super chat, which is a one-time thing, or you could just jump on Mac84.net and click on that modern button, and there's a PayPal button right there. If you want to donate anything, $1, $2, feel free to contact me, or just use that button there. All donations are greatly appreciated. It helps me continue doing this craziness that I do. Okay. Yeah, no worries, Matt. Thank you. No worries, Brian. I'm late to these things half the time anyway. Oh, yeah, the original Battlefronts were a lot of fun. I actually still have a lot of fun with the newer Battlefront 2 that came out. I have it on the PC. I just hop in once in a while. I really want to get back into the Squadrons game. That's the newer one that came out. And I suck at it. I literally cannot pilot the darn ship to save my life. But it is fun. The first time I played around with it, I was laughing so hard because I was just giddy. It's like, yeah, I'm flying the ship. Oh, I crashed. Yay. Alright, so let's make sure that this is all... that nothing is touching where it shouldn't. I don't really know how... no, I know what I'm going to do. I'm gonna be looking at this thing a bit better. Yeah, it's one of those arcade games that... it's really pretty darn good. And, I want to fix it up because the CRT in mine is a bit messed up. There is a VJ out thing on it, so thankfully that's possible, but you need some clever conversions and stuff. It's not that easy. Let's see if I could... Sorry, I'm just adjusting myself at the side of this chair here so I could take a peek at the side of these chips. Those look okay. Let's turn it around. Sorry if you're not really seeing this. I'm just hanging the microscope off the edge of the desk here and just trying to make sure I did not screw up putting any of these chips back on. Would help if I moved it correctly there. That looks good. Yeah, I think these are okay. All right, cool. All right. Yes, the Lego Star Wars games are a ton of fun. I know they look so simplistic. Trust me. And it's like, is this going to be fun? No, they are a heck of a lot of fun. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know they delayed the current one that's coming out, which is fine by me, because if you rush a game and it's bad forever. You take that extra time to make it right. It could be something really cool. Okay, so I'm just going to go around and I'm going to clean some of the old solder off of these capacitor pads, because it is time to put capacitors on the board. Yay! So that's what we're going to be doing. You have any Mac Dream machines that you don't have yet? That's a very good question, Mr. Fahrenheit. Everyone says a TAM. Look, I wouldn't be against somebody just handing me a TAM. Would not be against that. It's not something I'm really looking for. Obviously, if I find it at a good price, I'll probably snap it up. Really, I'd like a dual processor 9600, something weird like that. I'd love a backlit Macintosh portable. I tried to get one, but the price was way too high. I was not going to pay that much for a machine that needed recapping work. Let's see, what else? I don't know if I'd ever want a Lisa, just because of the amount of repair work that's involved. Don't get me wrong, they look like they're excellent machines, but I don't know what I'd do with that darn thing. I mean, I have some Apple IIs and Apple III, and I don't even know what to do with them half the time. Yeah, so that's just that. I'm trying to think of any Macs, because I have the majority of Macs I'd be interested in getting. I know that sounds like such a snobby thing to say. I have the majority of Macintosh computers that I would like to have in my collection. Thank you very much. I could always use spare parts and things like that. I'm trying to think if there's anything. The trace looks suspect. I have to look at that in a little bit. Really just, you're really busting my brain here trying to think. Because I got the G3 all-in-one fairly recently, so that was something I was looking for a long time. Um, I do not have, I don't need it, but I do not have a Blueberry tray load iMac. I have the Bondi blue one. The Bond, now Jay has me saying it. The Bondi blue one. Sorry, Bruce. But I do not have the Blueberry one. It's just a color. But I do not have. I have the Blueberry slot load, not the iMac. I'd like some of the monitors, some of the CRT monitors. I just picked up two from the VCF swap meet. Those are cool. I don't have a lot of vintage Apple monitors. Well, now I have a few more, but yeah. Let's see. Yes, the Lego Star Wars games were released as a universal binary, some of them. Gonna put caps on before fixing up them traces? No, we're gonna fix up the traces first. Performa LC 500 series all-in-one. Used to own one back in 2004, but left it behind when we moved. Oh no! Yeah, those are nice. Yes, camera's out of focus. I will fix that in a moment. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, I had to see something really quick, so I was zooming in like a dork. Okay. Yeah, the analog boards are sometimes a bit easier to do because let me I gotta adjust this camera again. I'm just not used to doing this, so everything's all over the place. I apologize. Just give me a moment here, and we'll get back on track. It does not help that the USB cable attached to this camera on the microscope is a little snug, so whenever I move things around, sometimes it gets misplaced. Alright, so I'm just going to make sure we don't have any damaged traces around where these capacitors are. There's some gunk here that I'll try and clean up. Just making sure that these all look okay. We're going to test the heck out of that one, because that didn't look too hot. Might as well just scrape the whole thing away. We're going to fix it. I think this is okay. I'm not seeing too much, which is good. Ooh, and brand new 17-inch multi-scan. Fancy! Look at you go. Color Classic. Oh, yeah, those are great. Yeah, well, with my non-steady hands sometimes, yeah, I don't like touching the CRTs. Trust me, if I didn't have to repair the analog boards or any of that high voltage stuff, I wouldn't. I'd just be like, yep, no, I don't gotta do that. But unfortunately, a lot of these machines require that attention. A lot of the compact Macs that I have require that attention. So, whether I like it or not, looks like I'm gonna have to be repairing some of those things. But so get some of this crud off of there. Doesn't have to be fully gone, but I want to make sure I can make a decent connection to the pad. And sometimes it looks like there's crud on there, but it's just like a gouge in the pad or some mountain of solder, and it looks that way. But these aren't looking too bad, to be honest. Never gotten shocked. Well, good luck. Good luck in the future. I mean, not seems to be watching. I can start singing again. Yes. When the capacitor blues get me down, I get that isopropyl alcohol and scrub it down. See? Where else are you going to hear such fine off-tune singing while fixing vintage Macintosh computers? No one else is stupid enough to do that. I can guarantee you that. Patent pending. Let's get the rest of this crud off of this board here. My goodness. Make it stop! Unsubscribe! Oh, boy. Yeah, let's make sure we're actually getting continuity on these pads here, because some of them look pretty suspect to me. Really? Alright. Alright. Okay. Excellent. Alright, so everything looks pretty good over here. I may just put a little solder down just to make sure that we're making a good connection in some places. We look pretty good. I think it's time to put some caps down. Finally, I know. I was like, where is it done yet? Is it fixed yet? Blah, blah, blah. Surprised Jay didn't come in to say, is it fixed yet? I know Mike was filling in for him before, but I'm going to make your sarcastic comments. You should do it yourself. There we go. Mike probably fell asleep with his cats, but that's okay. We here at Mac84 do not require you to be completely awake for these streams. As long as you're viewing, that's really all that matters. You could be asleep for all we care. Oh, God. What am I saying? You see that Mac84 guy do that live stream last night? Boy, was he crazy. My sweet, sweet singing, yes. If I start singing again, I'll wake him up. What the heck is going on? So make sure those are still okay. Excellent. All right, now what we need is the fantabulous, fantastical, wonderful recapping guide that my pal Bruce Rain of Brankus Creations has made for us. So let me open that up here. Just double check that I can load that page. And oh, I don't have my my Bruce plug here. Well, go to Brankus Creations on YouTube and subscribe, and go to recapamac.com. Somebody will put it in the chat. Thank you, Trina. And and visit his website, which is not coming up right now. Oh no! Oh no! Do I have to refer to my paper documents? Maybe it's just being slow. No, it doesn't look like it wants to load up, Bruce. Oh no! Well, let's see. Let's see if we could, yeah, it's not loading here either. That's okay. That's why we have printed out things. So let me grab this repair guide here thingy, as all the papers fall out of it. Let's see if we have a Macintosh IICX guide already printed out. We should. It just loaded. Okay, Bruce hit it with a hammer, and now it's loading. So if we need to refer to that, we can. Thank you, Bruce, for getting out your iHammer Pro and smacking the crap out of that server for us. No, I don't have that particular one printed out. Ah. because I probably referred to the website as I did that. So I could always load up a cached version or something like that, I'm sure. Site's really slow today. Give it time. Okay. Slow like a 32-bit processor on a 16-bit bus. Don't worry. Don't worry. Alright, so let's click on that link again. We'll just wait a few moments. If not, I'm going to load the cached version here. Because thankfully there are plenty of websites that are cached online via archive.org or the Googles or whatever. And you can load it up that way. But excellent website that Bruce has. It's absolutely fantastic. But I have the cached version up, so that's okay. So what I'm just looking for here is this fabulous recapping guide. And what that's going to tell me is which caps go where. Yay! So that's going to be very helpful here in a moment. We have, how many 47 microfarad 16 volts? We need 8 of them. Okay. Then we need 2 10 microfarad 16. Okay, I hope I have those. I think I do. I should have a bucket of them. All right, so let's do the 4716 first. And we need 2 of the 10s. Where all right, that's right next to the power connector. Is those 2 there? Okay, so we're gonna do the rest of them. We'll be okay, and then we'll get on with the rest. Oh, my keyboard almost falls off the desk. Okay, so let's put the keyboard back there. All right, so where did I put those capacitors? Someone didn't prepare for this stream. Yeah, we got some here. That should be enough. So thankfully, we are using little tantalum capacitors here. I prefer using these. They are long-lasting, and they look a little different. But you know what? Honestly, it helps me determine, hey, did I repair that one already? Yes, it has the yellow tantalums on it. Perfect. It also helps to put stickers on them, but sometimes I forget. So. Yeah, it was literally probably a reason that Apple was just like, you know what, if you need a faster machine, buy the SE30. We don't want you to be able to spend a little bit less and get essentially a similar machine. You know, they had a very smaller words. They had a smaller product line there. You know, they did not want sales of one to cannibalize the other. So, I mean, that was... I'm not defending their decision. I'm just saying that's what the case was. Most likely. I mean, I didn't work there. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. Okay. Yeah, well, I think the idea was that they were trying to push you into getting the desktop Macs, though. Like, you know, either you could buy, you know, an SE30, or you could buy a desktop Mac that's more fully decked out, or you could buy an LC or something. I mean, I don't know. I'm just speaking out of my butt, but. We need way more solder on that, Stephen. What are you thinking? And I'm also terrible remembering timelines of computers. Like, oh yeah, this one came out this year or whatever. It's like, unless I own the darn thing, it's very difficult for me to remember, like, the year it came out. Need more solder, Captain. And the board is hitting up right against the microscope edge, so you can't really see this unless I move it. Sorry. Sorry. It was not intentional. That was an oopsie. Yeah, the Emacs. I actually had a relative who had a defective Emac, and thankfully it was still under warranty, and they were able to bring it back to the Apple Store. They got the logic board replaced or whatever the problem was. But yeah, those machines, oof, they had a bit of a hard life. And honestly, the displays on the Emacs, fantastic CRTs. I mean, they are just chunky machines, though. I mean, you have to have a lot of space dedicated to set up an Emac. I know Mike loved the one he had on his swivel stand. He had the space for that. I mean, by all means, it's a fantastic PowerPC machine. And that display is gorgeous. The speakers are fantastic. But you need space for it. And you have to make sure you have the one that's not going to blow up. Alright, so none of these caps are going anywhere. Fantastic. We're going to get to the axial ones soon. I'm just going to handle the surface mount capacitors right now. So we're... this one could use some cleaning too. Ugh. Why didn't you clean this up before, Steven? How dare you? Where'd the thing go? There. Yeah, I love my Emac, and then I got another one, and another one, and another one, and I kind of... I'm like, okay, now they take up too much space. But I tell you, if you have one with the swivel stand, that's the way to own an Emac, because they are fantastic with the swivel stand. So let's clean this up a little bit. Oh yeah, the G3 all-in-one is great. I'm just saying, from a standpoint of the later Macs, the eMac has a nice screen and everything. Yeah, I think the G3 all-in-one has to be one of my favorite machines. I never really used one when it was out. My father had one at work, so I was like, oh man, that looks so cool. It has a zip drive right in there. Like, oh. I have one now, and I want to play around with it a lot more than I have been doing. But it's just one of those machines I just thought were so cool. Alright, so let's get another little capacitor out of the holder here. This one goes right next to that NuBus slot. And I have some upgrades for that all-in-one also, so I do want to do a series on that. I need a new stand for my soldering iron because it is melting. The tip keeps poking through where it shouldn't, and it just melts it. But I mean, it's okay for now. It's okay for now. A lot of crud on this board. This is definitely going to the ultrasonic cleaner. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Tesla boy Daniel, for the kind comment there. I'm glad you enjoy my videos. Okay, so let's see, make sure we didn't miss any other capacitors here that we have to... Yes, this is the one we had to clean up over here. Before we get moving. Oh, yeah, and this is definitely needs some cleaning by this UH1 chip here. So let's try and scrub that a little bit. Oh, no, let's not get our soldering iron that hot tonight. I mean... we don't want to turn it into a lightsaber. That would be extraordinarily bad. Very, very bad. Alright. Making sure we get this as clean as possible here. Because this was right next to that capacitor, and I'm sure there's some gunk hiding under it, but, well, thank you very much, Retro Techie. I don't want to have to remove this chip if I can avoid it, because that will just add another half hour to the stream. Get rid of some of this crud between the legs here. Looks like we may have a little trace cut there. Oh yeah, that was eating away. It looks like it didn't make its way completely through there. But that's pretty deep, so I'm just going to cover that. Make sure nothing else over here looks bad. Yeah, we have a little spot there as well. And right next to the capacitors, that's where you're going to usually see some of this carnage here. Make sure this is okay here. Let's get our multimeter friend out. That's fine. And that's good too. Alright, so that should be okay. Ah, yes, that famous demo with the net boot. That was really cool. Is it fixed yet? No, it's not. It's not. It's not. We're trying, though. We are definitely trying. No, we're not. We're just reciting Star Wars quotes as we poke around with the machine. We're not actually trying to fix it. If we end up fixing it, that is purely by accident. Ew. This one reeks. This pad just reeks of capacitor goo. Wait, is this even connected? Hold on. What is it? So I can't even see the trace, but hold on. Let's take a look here. I think it is. I'm just it's hard to see the trace with all this gunk in the way. I keep misplacing my tools. X serves are great for drowning out the noise. Yes, they are. Alright, there's making a connection. I'll be. I tell you, I have to turn off the microphone I use for for video recording and such is sometimes so sensitive. I have to turn off the X serves. I don't usually leave them running, but if they are running, I do have to turn them off. Otherwise, you will be able to hear them on the videos. That's usually what people do not want to hear. So, I usually try and make a note to turn those off. I'm working on your childhood computer. The Macintosh IICX is a fantastic childhood computer. Computer I had as a child. My parents' computer was Macintosh IICX. So it was the older sibling of this computer, but both fantastic machines. And I do not like the way that looks, so scrape that away. I'm going to have to put some UV solder mask over that. That's okay. Not a big deal. Just want to clean that up there. So let me find where I put my UV solder mask, because there it is. No, that's not it. See, I have everything on my desk sometimes, and then I take it off my desk, and then it gets lost. And this is the commentary that nobody cares about. People are going to be so confused because I released like 3 scripted videos in a row. And be like, what happened? There's another 18-hour live stream now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mac OS 8 is, you're going to have some problems there. Running on a machine like this. Or lack thereof. The ability to do that. Alright, so let's just try and clean this up. We should be pretty much good to go after this. We just have a few more caps to go on. Not going to take, hopefully, more than a few minutes. Just cleaning this up, putting some UV solder mask on this, because I want to put a capacitor over this, and I do not want to risk it shorting out anything. So I'm just going to put a little dab of this. That should be okay. Let's lower the lights and let's blast it with the UV light here to cure that. It's going to take a little while. I know I cursed myself. I know. It happens. It just happens. It looks like I'm talking into a microphone, but this is the microscope. UV lightsaber. Yeah, I would shine it into the camera, but I learned from Bruce that if you do that, you break your camera, and I don't want to do that. I can't afford another camera right now. Who writes your scripts? Me! Can't you tell? Pew pew! Pew pew! Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for non-Apple retro tech videos and stuff like that. I just don't really have the knowledge for it. I think that stuff is really cool. Whenever I play around with the IBM or something like that, I'm always asking Mike a billion questions, because I forget, you know, or I'm trying to do something and I'm doing it the wrong way or something like that. But I always love learning about this stuff, though. Whether it's a Mac or a PC or an Atari or a Commodore or whatever it is, I love learning about this stuff, because it's, you know, it's like, ooh, I didn't know that. I want to try that. I want to play around with that. I want to do this. I want to do that. And it doesn't mean I know everything all the time, off the top of my head. And as you learn something else, you know, you forget about whatever. But it's always fun to play around with. Oh, yeah, Colin's channel, This Does Not Compute. Excellent channel. Love that stuff. Excellent video quality on that. I mean, just way to set the bar high, dude. Thanks. I try. But my hands are jittery sometimes. Sometimes I lean on the tripod too much, or this or that. I mean, if I tried to make my videos like perfect like that, they would never get out. And it's the sad fact of it. And I'm not saying that'll never happen. I'll never get to that quality. It's just like, for like something like the Macintosh clone series, I'll take time and I'll make sure those are good steady shots and stuff like that. But if I'm just trying to get out a video real quick, I'm not really paying too much attention to that. Ooh, PowerBook 1400, nice. Hope it works for you. Yeah, it's funny because I did the two videos for the VCF swap meet of me just like unboxing things and talking about like what I picked up. That was all unscripted, obviously. But I made like 3 mistakes during that video, and people caught them on YouTube. Oh, that power adapter is actually for the this, or you said it works with that adapter, but it doesn't. And I'm like, oops, it's just off the cuff type of stuff. Um, and I think that stuff is more acceptable like on a live stream. If I say something goofy like five times in a live stream, but it's like a 4-hour live stream, I think people don't really care. I mean, people do care, trust me. I have to delete a lot of stupid comments. But, if it's in a scripted video like that or a 10-minute video, people are going to notice a little bit more. Oh, boy. Yeah, no, editing is really... Trust me, editing is, as you know, as some of you know, editing is really what takes the time out of a lot of things. I have a lot of videos that are partially shot, a lot of clips and footage that has been sitting around for literally years. Like, actually, I started a project like in 2017 or 2018, and I just never finished it. And the footage is still there, and it's probably still usable. I moved on. I did another video, and I sort of forgot about it. And sometimes I'll be looking through my hard drive and go, oh yeah, I was gonna do something on the PowerBook Duo, or oh yeah, I was gonna do this, and it's like, well, that footage does come back, and it is useful sometimes. Like I'll come back and mention a machine and go, oh, do I have footage of Macintosh Plus? Hey, yes I do, and I'll just shove that in. So it's never gone, but it's something that it's always good to have. I guess more footage of things. Oh, wow, I screwed that up there, huh? Okay, I think that's all right. Sorry for the out of focus there. I'm gonna zoom you back out. Yeah, that's a big process too. You want to try and find out, in response to Brian's statement there, you want to find out what you like doing. The style that you want to have your videos, and everyone's different. You don't have to have the same video style, the same shots or whatever as somebody else does. Trust me. We all do things differently, and if everyone's stuff was the same, that'd be boring. You gotta just figure that out. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 capacitors to go here, and 5, and 2 of them are the smaller ones. Let me do the larger ones first, then we'll get the smaller ones in, and then we should be good to go. And we'll see if this thing works, probably in the next 10, 15 minutes. Something like that, maybe. Depends on how fast I can find the other capacitors. Alright, so let's get this party on a roll here. On a roll? Who says that? I do, I guess. Steve from Mac84, the person who screws up quotes all the time. I hear some crackling noise. I don't know if it's my desk or just like audio feedback from something. Hopefully you can't hear it on the stream. Yeah. Alright, we got these 2 over here. Now I'll clean that up a little bit more. Ow, copper hot. And I cannot get that into frame, so I'm just going to do it off camera here. Fire indeed, hot. Okay. No cracking here. Excellent. I have no idea what the heck that is. So many little areas of this board need to be cleaned up. Hopefully the ultrasonic cleaner will take care of that. Hopefully. Hopefully. Alright, let's clean these up a little bit. Welcome back, Thomas. And we'll put some caps on. Yay! Let's take the solder that we just put on and let's wick that off again. I know it's kind of like, why'd you put that on if you're going to take it off again? It's just part of the process. Just to try and clean up these pads because I don't want to have to do this again. Alright, let's take a look at something was a little weird on one of these. Make sure that's actually making a connection there. Let's just clean up this area a little bit. Ugh. I see. Yes, the chip was saved. Well, hopefully, we need to test it. Oops, too much alcohol. He's drunk. We didn't test the machine yet. We're just putting the caps on. So for all I know, that chip is screwed. We're just going to assume everything is nice and happy. Alright, so let's take a look here. It would help if I actually had the right tool in my hand. Alright, so let's... Anything else have any problems here? Might want to just tidy that up a bit. Yeah, with the amount of damage that was in this area, let's get our beepy machine, our multimeter here. $450 for a Quadra 840 AV. Honestly, this market, not a horrible price, unfortunately. Okay. So just making sure all of these connect. Ooh, is that broken? Oh, that's broken there. Oh, no, it's not. I'm an idiot. So why didn't it... Oh, okay. Well, put some fresh solder on that anyway, just to make ourselves feel a little bit better. Like we accomplished something. Alright, so I'm going to clean this up a little bit. And then the caps go on. There's more flux in that area, I guess. Much better. All right. Time for the caps to go on. So we have 3 of the larger caps here. And then I'll have to find the smaller ones. Double check the recapping guide, make sure I'm not making any idiotic assumptions. Yeah, 10, 10. Yep, okay, we're good. And we still have to put the axials on, but I'm actually going to just put the one on that I snipped off. Usually the axials do not necessarily need to be replaced. So I'll just do the one. In fact, I feel pretty dumb for just snipping that off. But I'll just do the one there and see if the machine is happy. How about that? In the interest of time. Again, I wish I just didn't snip that one off, but whatever. I'm gonna... It's the bed we made for ourselves, but now we have to line it. Hope everybody is enjoying this stream. Hopefully we could get some successful noises and chimes out of this machine when we're done. Not unhappy, sad Mac chimes. No, we don't want that. We want the happy chimes. The bong, the bing chimes. Yeah, this is not more of, this is not really a bong machine. This is a ding, like a guitar plucking string chime. Those of you who heard this machine chime before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those of you who don't know what I'm talking about are like, this guy is going crazier and crazier by the second. That is also true. And I've not looked at the chat for a second, so I apologize. Let me just get these 2 on here. Everyone's like screaming in the chat, Steve, something important you missed. And I'm ignoring it. We're just needing a blob of solder on this one. There we go. Don't think that's going to go anywhere. All right. Let's see. What did I miss here? Sorry. $400, $50 just for the RAM. Oh, okay. Wow. That's a lot of money for memory. Can I invest in Flux? Sure. That's the new cryptocurrency. Made an axial bed. Yes. Axial bed. Ping! Made tacos, okay. Be up in the rest. I don't want to know why you're going to be up. Is it caffeine tacos or gas tacos? Oh, the childish jokes we make. That's okay. Nobody's watching anyway. Let's try and get some of that crud off from there. I mean, nobody's watching except you fine 56 of you here. Thank you very much for sticking around. We have 2 more caps to put on. And then 1 axial cap and we'd be all done, hopefully. Hopefully. Alright, so let's try and find those proper capacitors here. A little baggie that I kind of have been organizing them in. So we have... was it 10 microfarads, 16 volts is what we need? Let's hope I have some. It'd be embarrassing if we came all this way and we did not. Let's see if they're in here. Oh, jeez. Okay. Is there 6.3 volts? No. 35 volts? No. For teeny tiny ones. No. 6.3s again? Really, Steven? What is your affinity with 6.3 volt capacitors? 50 volts? No. 25? No. 50? No. Where'd the rest of them go? Ah! Now I'm frustrated. Because I know I bought a ton of them. Just make your own caps from scratch. Sean from Action Retro here is going to show us how to make our own caps from scratch. Take it away, Sean. Yeah. Those capacitor fairies. Bruce sent them over here. It was a setup. I know it was a setup. I know it was. No, it's just me being extremely poorly organized at the moment. Because I'm trying to move around a lot of equipment and stuff. And I might have actually used them all up. I hope I didn't. These are all chips mostly. Oh wait. I had a little box. That's right, because I was doing a different repair. Where did they go? Hold on. Yes, here's that box. So what was the other axial one? While we have the box in front of us, there's a 470. 16. This one here. Alright, so we need one of those. Might as well take that out. There's the clippers here. Alright, so that's one that we need. Oh boy. The search continues. I'm so excited. Just use capacitor delivery service. 1-800-CAPS-FAST. That's 1-800-CAPS-FAST. Order your capacitors today. My goodness. Let's catch up with some of the chat here. Maybe you left them upstairs. Probably not. Caps at your door in 15 minutes or they're free. I would pay for that service. I'd actually love if there was just, a local electronics store. But, we don't have those here anymore. The closest we have is a Best Buy. And they don't sell anything that's, like, smaller than a battery. So, that's a big no from them. But I get it. They're not in that business. I'm just searching. Very exciting, I know. I'm just searching my drawers here, seeing if I put anything in a specific area. Of course, I found a bag that says 10 microfarad, 16 volts, and it's empty, which is concerning, as I thought I bought a bunch of them. But I guess I did not. That's not a capacitor. I should really just check to see if I have the parts before doing that. Huh? This is a. I'm looking in a discarded little thing of tantalums that got a little burnt or crusty. But I don't think that's. No, it's a 50. Shoot, this is really embarrassing. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I found one. That's not really going to help me. Let me check around here. I might have just left the bag right in plain sight on my desk. Talk amongst yourselves. We got some reefer caps there. We do not need those at the moment. No, those are. What are these? Oh, those are other reefer caps. We definitely don't need those. Hopefully not. And that's something else. That's something different. Oh, we just made a fine mess out of things today, didn't we? Yeah. What's this guy over here? Oh, that's a 47. He's resorting to looking at used capacitors from his inventory. Steven needs to order more caps. You're darn right I do. Hey, is that one? I think I found another one. Yay! I think we're good. Whew. All right, let's see. Let's confirm here. Because so sometimes when I take them out of the bag, I have leftovers and I just put them on the top of the desk. I think these are. Oh wait. Yeah. Huh? Bruce. So Bruce is a good pal because whenever I get confused about something, instead of learning it, I just like run to him and go, Bruce, is this correct? And pretty much just beg for his help. And that's the point of the show we're coming into now, where I kindly ask Bruce to confirm if any of these capacitors on the desk here are of the 10 microfarad 16 volt variety. I believe the one on the left is, but I can't say for certain the one on the right is, because the one on the left I believe is 1016. Bruce saying the Capacitor, the AVX, and both of the same values. Oh, see, Bruce, my friend. Oh, just thank you very much, sir. Again, go to Brankus Creations on YouTube. Subscribe. That is Bruce's channel. He has an excellent channel. He knows more about these things than anybody else. And go to recapamac.com. That is his fantastic website. Because he's a fantastic person. So he has a fantastic website which has excellent recapping guides that tells you all the capacitors you need for all these lovely machines and how to repair them and so on and so forth. And his YouTube channel does an excellent job of showing you these repairs in a much more capacitor organized manner, I will say. Okay, so let's yes, so it was very fun actually, meeting up with Mike from Mike's Mac Shack and Sean from Action Retro at the Vintage Computer Festival swap meet that they had. If you saw Sean's video or my video or both of our videos on that, we've had a bunch of fun stuff. Yes, Bruce. And so it was great meeting up with Sean in person. Sean was brave enough to enter the depths of my basement. So thank you very much, Sean, for not running out in terror. That sometimes is a reaction we get here at Mac84, but that's okay. And these caps are just a little too wide to fit on these pads. We're going to make it work. But anyway, it was excellent to meet up with Sean. He found some awesome things there. Which I'm very excited to see on his channel and see what he does with them. And it was nice to meet up with Mike, as always. Mike and I had a great time. Mike found some goodies, too. It would help if I put some... Did I put some flux down? Yes, I did. I talk and I forget what I do. But, yeah, excellent stuff. It was so much fun, and I hope that we could hang out again soon. The website was very unhappy at the moment. It will be fixed. Okay. Suns and sunburn. I mean... What fun is getting one without the other? Yeah, I don't take to the sun easily, but you know, I'm one of those people where I'm staring at old computers and time goes by like a second, and then like unknowns to me like an hour passed. So yeah, that was me, and that's probably how Sean got sunburned as well, because I sure did. But it was a lot of fun. I am very much looking forward to October. I believe Sean will be at the Vintage Computer Festival, and so will I. And who knows, maybe we'll be hanging out together, putting on some sort of a display or something? I don't know. Gonna see what we can make happen, but that sounds like a lot of fun. And Mike from Mike's Mac Shack is gonna be there as well. Okay, those are all the surface mount ones. They all seem to be on correctly. Let's put that axial on. Let's get it going. Alright, so we're gonna turn our magic lava soldering iron off. We're gonna swap the tips there. Where's my pliers? I left them upstairs. No, wait, I didn't. I thought I did because I'm an idiot. They're right over here. I don't know, Brian. That's an excellent question. I don't think they opened the registration yet for any of those things. So if you are interested in doing something, I don't think it would be a bad idea for you to reach out. I strongly suggest you bring a friend, because I think they're going to have a market and such. So if you bring a friend along, at least you'll have the ability to like take a bathroom break or whatever without worrying about people wandering off with crap from your table. It'd be really cool to set up something and do that. Yeah. Oh, they just started. Okay, thank you, Sean, for paying much more attention to that than I have. Beep! Good old soldering beep. Alright, so what I'm going to do is try to get the legs for the previous axial capacitor that was sitting here off. We'll put a new one on. Not going to bother with the rest. We shouldn't really have to. Let me see what we get away with here. Because we want to see if this thing has any life. I mean, come on. Well, that's the grounded one. That's gonna be fun to get out. Let's try this one first. Oh, that smells. Yeah, let's see. Look, that one came out right, quick and easy. Quick and easy. I'm bringing my sharp CCK, whatever. Ooh, that sounds like fun, Matthew. Ooh. That's the spirit, Sean. That's the spirit. Now I actually have a wedding to go to. That's Saturday. At the so the VCF, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to attend for the entire day, but I will try and be there for as much as I can on the Saturday, and then I might be able to pop by for a little bit on the Sunday. I know Friday they're doing talks, but it's not really like part of the event proper or whatever. So it always turns out that I always have I have no plans for like months on end, and then all of a sudden there's something. So I will be there. I don't know how long I can be there. But that is something I'm going to definitely try to do. What the heck am I doing here? Oh, that's right. It's going to loosen this up here. Where am I? Where am I? There. Got rid of your LC3? I hope that's a good gotten rid of. I gave it to a good home. Not it went in the trash type thing. Oh, you traded it. Well, that's even better. Even better. And I can't zoom properly because we're too close to this, but that's okay. Trying to get this little axial connector here out. Try it again from this side. Hopefully this cooperates with us. Come on. You're the last one here, pal. Ooh, plus cash. Excellent. Oh yeah, I'm strictly trying to just stick to the vintage Apple and maybe Next stuff and stuff like that, because otherwise my basement would have no room in it. I mean, it doesn't have any room in it now. It would continue to have even less room in it. As Sean is like thinking to himself, how could he fit any more crap down there? Needs more flux, Captain. Yay! That was a pain in the butt, but we did it. Okay. Alright. Now to put that new cap in there and finish this up. You lost the key for it. Oh, I saw one of those at a flea market this past weekend. And I was like, wow, I haven't seen one of those clubs in ages. But didn't have the key, so a friend of mine used to have one of those. Hey, get all this gunk off of the board. Get off my board. Alright, so let me have to put this axial on, and we're going to have to suck up the solder in these areas here. See if we could do that correctly. I think that one worked. Ah! Good night, Matthew. Thank you for stopping by. There we go. May the Schwartz be with you. Okay. Let's try and get this one out. If we can't, I'm not going to cry about it, but it would be nice if we could. If we can make this a little bit easier on ourselves to get that axial through there. Otherwise, we'll just have to resort to cheap tricks. One, two, three, four, five. That's it. Amazing. It's the same combination of my luggage. No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls, sir. Fantastic movie. Oh, the more times I see that movie, the more things I notice. For example, this one of the scenes when they're on a runway. I think where they were at the diner. The Millennium Falcon is just sitting there in plain sight because ILM, Industrial Light of Magic, George Lucas's company, did all the special effects for Spaceballs. So they had some fun with it, obviously. So the actual Millennium Falcon prop is in that movie. You know, the model or whatever it is they used. Hey, look at that. That cleaned up nice. Yay! Oh, luck is turning around. Okay. Watch the language there, buddy. Come on. Okay, so we're almost done. We're going to put this axial in place, and hopefully this will spring our Macintosh IICX back to life. Yay! Alright. Okay. Trina woke up. Yay! Oh, Mike. I'm not paying attention anymore. Now, the iHammer Pro is reserved just for special occasions. It has not been used yet. We will see. We're about to boot this thing up, and if it doesn't work, we might have to bring out the iHammer Pro. But that is on back order from Mike because he has to assemble them by hand. Got 53 people watching here. Thank you very much for joining. We're just about to finish this one capacitor here. And hopefully we can test this thing and see if all of this was worth it. Spoiler alert, it's an old Mac, it's always worth it. Geez, getting solder to that grounded axial is just as annoying as getting that off. Alright, so let's just trim these pins there so you can't see that. Just trying to move this along here. Let me just clean out the back of this. Now there was quite a lot of dirt and scunge and scum and crumbs and bums and dumbs all over this board. So I would not be surprised if after all this we still have problems. But I'm gonna give it a shot. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? All right, so let's turn off the microscope. Let's go back to me. Hi. And let's just double check we did everything correctly. Those are all facing the right way, I think. Let's check the guide. Let's not be foolish. Let's not get cocky. Alright. These axials look okay. I don't think they've started to leak or anything like that. At least from what I can see, I don't think so. Clean up some of this gunk by this axial over here. This board will definitely need an ultrasonic clean, like a lot of these old boards do. There's just, especially with the amount of corrosion and gunk that we saw on this board, that is certainly something that we're going to have to battle. And expect that maybe things are not all happy with this board, but we shall see. Make sure none of those ports looked gummed up or anything. That audio port looks a little, looks like some of those pins can use some scraping, so we'll have to fix that up later. I'm just trying to get some of the excess flux and alcohol and all that gunk off of the board. Alright, this is a Macintosh IICX, yes. It is a big board to ultrasonic. You have to do it in like a bunch of different ways. Okay, let's move the microscope a little bit back. Okay. I think it's time to test. What do you guys think? You think it's time to test? I think it's time to test this. I'm going to leave the PRAM battery out. I don't believe we need that on this particular model. So, folks, start placing your bets. Do you think it's going to work? Do you think we're going to run into any issues? I hope it's going to work. Alright, logic board has slid in there. Some dust on the speaker here, but the speaker is intact. So Mike woke up at the perfect time. Anybody else who fell asleep during the stream, wake up now. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Smoke test. Fire, fire. Oh, boy. Fingers crossed. Alright, so that's in. I'm not going to worry about putting the plastic in for that. We'll put the cash card in, make it happy. Is that the way it goes in? Yes. Okay, and we're going to get the power supply. Which actually looks to be very clean, so that's good. The cash cord has 2 caps on it. It doesn't really, it looks a little ugh, but really not that bad. I'm sure it'll be okay. Let's actually start it without the cash cord, just to play it safe here. Okay, so I'm not going to plug it into a monitor or anything just yet. Let's just keep things simple here. So we have, let's point the camera down because you're more interested in the computer at this point. I mean, come on. Oh, you camera mount. You're going to make this annoying, aren't you? Yes, you are. All right, so here's the machine. We have our power button here. Make sure that is not engaged there. All right, folks. May the force be with us here. Crossing my fingers. Let's see if this thing wants to boot up. 3, 2, 1. Yay! Ha ha! We got a chime! Excellent! All right, so let's try and plug this into a screen, shall we? I think we've earned that. We're a little tilty. Oh boy! Yay! All right, that was money not thrown down the toilet yet. Let's see if we could get a picture on this thing, because that'd be fun, huh? Let's try and do that. So, my goodness, no smoke yet. We'll see what happens. The night's still young. Let's see which cable is plugged in. I'm too excited here to know where the cables are. This one goes. No, where's the VGA cable? Here it is. I'm too excited. Here's the video cable. That is a PlayStation TV. I use that as the monitor for my camera when I film some segments, if I need it. I bought that thing brand new, and it's actually a very nice television. Okay. Alright, so let's make sure that we have this VGA splitter plugged in. Just trying to remember what input that's plugged into. I think that one. We're very scientific here. I didn't test the monitor. The guy said it worked. I'm not about to bring it out just yet because it's on the other side of the basement, and quite frankly, I'm lazy. Let's see if we could get this to work through this LCD monitor that I'm pointing to off screen here, and then we'll go from there. So let me just plug this in, and let me see if we get anything. It may just be that the VGA adapter I'm using may not be good or anything like that. There's a whole load of things that we have to maybe test. Oh wait, adjustment in progress. Maybe we got something. Not sure just yet. Oh yeah. Oh, it's not showing up on the screen, but I see it. Hold on. Hold, please. We got some video. We got some video. And why? Why isn't it showing on here? Hold on. Let me unplug this. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Let's try this again. All right, so I'm just trying to make sure because I have a blinking question mark on the LCD screen, but I want to show that to you guys here. And it doesn't want to seem to be working, so just give me 1 second here. Sometimes it's a little fiddly. Come on. Come on. Someone always dislikes it. People are silly. Yeah, USB video capture. Let me make sure it's actually... Yeah, it's plugged in. What's the deal? What's the deal? Let's try this again. Sometimes it's just not happy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you, unfortunately, but I can show you right there. You can see that it is trying to start up. Yay! So that's trying to boot up here. I really want to install an OS on here. I want to show you guys that process because we have some hard drives. I mean, might as well, right? Oh, there goes the camera. We're professional here at Mac84. Put the camera back in here. Why isn't this not working? I always seem to have trouble with this darn USB thing. I don't know if it's what's going on exactly. So just give me a moment here. I apologize. I know it's so beautiful. It's a beautiful blinking question mark that we can't get anything to work on because why is this not working correctly? Just gonna keep pushing buttons until something changes. Action Retro has plenty of excellent videos. Does AUX run on a 2CI? I thought it ran on a 2CX. I always forget. I forget, to be honest. Alright, let's try this one more time. You lousy VGA capture thingamabob. Oh, I know you want work. Why? The monitor looks beautiful. And I believe everything's plugged in correctly. Let's try this again. Make sure we didn't unplug anything. Sorry, this is just how things are sometimes, guys. Especially when you don't stream for a while. And then you expect everything to work. That's very strange. I don't want to spend too much time messing with this because a lot of you guys are probably not going to stick around just to watch me fiddle with this stupid thing. But it's kind of driving me crazy. Oh, come on, just work down it. Alright, let's do this here. Let me... sometimes when I open it with QuickTime Player, it like magically works for whatever reason. I don't know why or how. Maybe it's dying. Who knows? Let me try it, giving it more power. That's going to help, but... she needs more power. It would help if I labeled these buttons correctly too, because I have two VGA cables that are just going to the back of this scaler thingy, and of course they look identical because, yeah. And yeah, I don't know what the heck is going on with this thing. I know this is very exciting. It's not. And we're going to try one last time before I throw the thing out the window. What is your opinions on the Macintosh IICX, guys? Do you have a Macintosh IICX? Have you ever owned one? Do you like them? Do you dislike them? Do you have a different Macintosh too? Let's waste some time while I try and figure this silly thing out here, which is driving me absolutely mad at the moment, because we have two different ports here that could be the case, and it's flickering when I push the button, but absolutely nothing is displaying on the screen, which is fantastic. And by fantastic, I mean very frustrating. Maybe it just doesn't support this resolution. I don't know. Alright, we're just going to stick to plan B then, which is pointing the camera at the screen. Let me do that here. So, very professional, I know. But, let's try and get this to work at least, okay? This is just a disaster. Alright. Cool. We got something here. Alright, so Joe had a Macintosh IIFX in the office. Loved the machine. Of course, Sean has a Quadra 700. Christopher loves the 2CI. Excellent, excellent. Eric wants to get either a 2SI or 2VX. Excellent. Adam has a Mac 2 and a 2SI. Excellent. A lot of people have the Macintosh 2 series. Excellent. Okay, alright, so, yeah, you're getting a Dell, man. No, yeah, it's just the LCD monitor I have. Okay, so let's put a hard drive in this thing. And I guess we have to put the floppy drive back in, so I'm not going to turn everything around just so you can see that. Actually, I'll probably have to, that's right, because I don't have the power connector. Actually, I do have a power connector that would work with this. I can just steal it from another Mac, so I'll be doing that. I'm just going to put in the floppy drive so you're not missing anything. Just going to put in the drive caddy here, which is easier said than done because I should be taking out the power supply. Just use your imagination, folks. It's an excellent thing for a live streamer to say. And we lost like 8 people while I was fiddling around with this stupid screen capture thing. That didn't want to work because it's stupid. All right, let's plug the floppy cable in. Well, now that everyone's gone, we can sing again. You put the floppy cable in, you pull the floppy cable out, you put the floppy cable in, you reset the PRAM, you do the hokey pokey, and you hope the thing works, because it's a Macintosh with capacitor problems. I didn't say it was good singing. Alright, floppy drive is in there. Let's put that power supply back in. Okay, power supply is back in. We have that floppy drive connected. Let's see. I have my SCSI 2SD adapter there. I'm going to use the floppy MU here just to see if we could boot this thing up. Wouldn't that be nice? And let me just plug in this keyboard and this mouse. You always want to do that while the machine is off. Despite what you may see me doing sometimes. You don't want to be that weirdo on social media that comes after you and writes a 50-page report about how you did something wrong because they have nothing better to do with their lives. Alright, let's turn this thing on again. And hopefully we'll get some action going here. Magic Smoky Pokey. I know that screen is all yucky looking. Does the IIMA Jazz drive work with the Mac zip drive work with the Mac Plus? Jocelyn, yes, some of them do. The Plus, like the Zip Plus ones, which are parallel and SCSI, apparently don't. And then apparently you do have to get the a zip disk that's formatted correctly for it to do it. But yeah, apparently you could do that. Okay, so let's try and boot off of a system disk here. Let's see if it likes it. I'm going to do a Disk Tools disk here. Yay, we got a happy Mac. Excellent. Again, very sorry for the kind of crude off-screen webcam thing. My capture device just seems to not want to work today. Alright, let's see how much memory is actually in this thing. Oh my goodness! We got 20 megs? Really? Ah! That is awesome! That is awesome! Unless that's not correct, but I thought this thing only had like 6 megs of memory or something like that. That is fan-freaking-tastic. Oh, man. Whoops, not the chooser. I didn't want to choose the chooser. I chose the chooser by mistake. It's reading from a virtual floppy, so it's a little slow. Damn, 20 megs of memory. That's pretty good. Usually I get stuck with, like, you know, the bare minimum. If you type the word crisis into this thing, I'm pretty sure it would just melt down to the ground. I am very excited that this thing is working, and that's fantastic. I didn't expect that, really. No siree. It's loading off a floppy, so it's gonna be a little slow. There we go. And I'm going to borrow the power connector from my Macintosh IIci, and we're going to plug a hard drive into this, and let's install an operating system. Why the heck not? Why the heck not? All right, so let's shut this baby down and plug a hard drive into it. All right, so let me just move the camera around just a little bit so you could maybe see what I'm trying to do here. Apologies, I would be using the capture box. Look at all the crap he has in the background. Oh. Look at all the crap on the floor. I would be using the capture box if it... Jeez Louise. Sorry folks, if you get dizzy, that is not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to clip the darn camera onto the tripod with hilarious results, obviously. Oh, come on. You lousy thingama... There, maybe you want it. You want to be good now, baby? Maybe. Yeah, sure. Sorry, I scared you guys. Sean's like, oh crap. All right, so we have a hard drive here that is labeled OK, and this I got from the VCF swap meet. This is a 4.3 gigabyte fast SCSI 2 hard disk. And yeah, that's going to be way overkill for us, but you know what? Hopefully that'll be okay. I am not really familiar with the intricacies of System 6 liking non-Apple hard drives and stuff like that. Oh, actually, here's an Apple one. This is a 1 gig one. Let's use this. This one actually the guy gave me with the 2CI, and it actually does work. So let's... What was that noise? Something fall out of here? No. So let's try this one here. And I do have a SCSI cable. This one, I think it's a little weird on one side. Yeah, it's a little snapped on one side, but that's okay. We will be able to make use of this. So let's plug that in. I'm excited. Ow, my eye! Why did you do that? It hurt. Yeah, the capture box, if it wanted to work, obviously it doesn't want to. Lousy thing. I actually have another one because I bought one to use for a different machine. I bought it back when it was $60 and it was on. I saw one for $30, so I'm like, you know what? Let me get one. Wouldn't be surprised if this one just crapped the bed. Now I need to replace it, but not about to go trying that during a live stream because if you unplug things on USB on the USB bus with OBS and stuff like that, usually it just doesn't work. Speaking of not working, getting this little connector. Let me unplug it from this hard drive first. Hello, welcome to the stream. There we go. All right. So I'm going to put this hard drive upside down. which is the only way that power connector is gonna reach there, because this is from a different machine. That's okay. And our SCSI cable has to go upside down too. But you know what? We want that realistic quantum fireball action here. And that's what we're gonna do. There, that's perfect, right? You just shove the cable in there. That's ergonomics for things. Let's put the cache card in here. Okay. And let's see if the machine wants to cooperate now. So let's move our very fancy camera setup pointed back to the screen here. And we'll get going again. All right. Okay. Yeah, this stream has been a long time coming. My goodness. What the heck are we still doing here? I don't know. All right, let's plug things in. Hope we didn't break anything. And try and install some type of an operating system on this computer. Let's give it a go. You can hear that hard drive go. Excellent. Now, this machine can take System 6. So I think we're going to install System 6 on here. Wait, does this hard drive have an operating system on it? No. Okay, that was weird. Well, the recapping was a success, raw elements. I think. Alright, let's go to System Disks here. Let's just start up for System 6. And let's see if we could format the disk and everything. Sorry about the weird screen thing, but I just want to see if we could recognize the hard drive. With the hard drive this big, I could put both System 6 and 7 on it, so that's not a problem. Oh my goodness. Yay. Blank 1 gig. Excellent. Oh, this thing's gonna fly with System 6 on here. If I can move the mouse correctly. Hold on. And everything's falling on my desk. Oops. No, wrong thing. Really? Come on, I just want to rename this. There we go. Okay. Let's install System 6. I haven't done that in ages. Oh, you cramming the SCSI cable in there is just perfection. What do you mean? What cable management? Right. Okay. Yep. Macintosh IICX system software install. Yes, Jay, it is. My capture device isn't fixed. But the machine has been successfully recapped, and we're installing System 6.0.8 on a 1 GB quantum SCSI hard drive. A hard drive which is making interesting noises. Well, let's hope it lasts. Insert Utilities 2. Okay, I don't know which that is. That's Utilities 1. Yeah, hold on. Continue and insert Utilities 2. That is this one. Okay, there we go. That's weird that it asked for Utilities 2 before Utilities 1, but okay. No worries, thank you very much for stopping by. Appreciate it. Now we insert utilities 1. No, the M1 Max could only take Big Sur. Anything older than that, you have to do emulation or anything like that. And even then, it's bleh. I mean, don't get me wrong, emulation has come a long way, but nothing beats real hardware as far as I'm concerned. Ah, the image writer LQ. Yes, we'll definitely need that. Fantastic. Yay! That was a quick install, wasn't it? Alright, and let's set our startup disk. Oh, that's right. I am so not used to System 6. It's really a shame. I really am not. I really am not. Alright, let's boot this sucker up again. So it should be booting off of the hard drive now. I like to show this to the person that I bought it off of and said, hey, look, it took 3 hours of work. But we got it working. Yeah, there we go. Wow, that was stupid quick. And now that's off of a regular hard drive there. That's fantastic. Let's see. The control panel here. We want some colors, man. Yeah, boy. We got some color. No, there's no SSD in this. This is an old school 1 GB spinner drive. And let's see how fast this sucker reboots. Watch this. Oh, that is fantastically fast. My goodness. Oh, boy. I love it. And 20 megabytes of memory. Man. This thing is fantastic. Let's see what we can do. There is a floppy drive installed. Dare I put a disk in? Sure. I don't know if this is going to work, but it may need to be cleaned. And it's not ejecting. So that's going to be annoying. Yeah, so floppy drive needs some love there. I'm going to use the floppy MU here. I'm going to load up Prince of Persia. Ugh. Yeah, it's stuck in the drive. Great. Oh, there it goes. It actually ejected. Yay! There we go. Alright, we didn't have to use a paperclip this time, thankfully. Alright, so let's install some stuff on here. So we have a system folder, and that's it. Open up some applications here, and let's copy this one over. Good night, Andrew. Thank you very much for stopping by. We need some extension so you can read Welcome to Macintosh before it goes away. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm only just testing out some of the stuff that's on my floppy MU that has the discs there already. Hey, Matt. Yeah, were you the... I'm terrible with names. You weren't the seller of this, I don't think. No, that was somebody else. Was it? Maybe. I'm very bewildered. Alright, let's eject this disk. There were so many people I met there, and I'm terrible at remembering things, so my apologies. It was you! Okay, yeah, so... you should rewind, Matt, to about, oh no, a half hour in. Oh boy, this was a challenge. I have to say, Matt, this was not an easy repair. Three or four, no, four of the chips had to be removed from the board and cleaned because this thing was just, ooh. But but you know what? I did get it to work. So you know that is I guess a positive. But okay, you did watch. Okay, I didn't know when you jumped in. The chat goes by pretty quick sometimes, but I was beginning to think I overpaid maybe for a little bit, but I'm very glad to have this working. I didn't test the monitor yet, but you said that worked. So, yeah. I seem to know what I was doing. That's a good illusion, yes. No, I'm joking. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. Let's test out some of these color graphics on these newfangled Macintosh computers. Wait for the camera to decide to focus. There we go. I won't be testing the monitor tonight. It's on the other side of the basement, and I don't have the space for it on the desk at the moment. But I believe Matt said the monitor worked. Yeah, the hard drive, I tested it the other night, Matt, and it did work. Thankfully, if it didn't, I had spares. But I'm very curious to test the tape drive. Very curious about that. I just noticed a slug is on my wall. How the heck did a slug get inside of this basement? Anyway. He's not going anywhere. He's too slow. But you have to see him. He's on the wall over there. What the heck? Whatever, he's not hurting anybody. Maybe he was inside of the computer. No, it is. I was saying if it didn't work, it would have not have been a good deal. But honestly, with all the bits and pieces and everything, I am satisfied this machine is working. Very happy. Yeah, the thing will be trying to find software that works with the tape drive. I think that's going to be interesting. Okay, I'm trying to remember the controls here. Can I just do this? No? Oh. Every time I try and play this, I screw it up. There we go. It's control. There we go. I'm glad too. Thank you very much. You had some awesome goodies there at the event. Hopefully you'll be around maybe at the October event. I'd love to say hello. I'm planning to have a little, or share a little booth set up with somebody, so that'd be awesome to say hello again. I am kind of the worst at this game too. At least I didn't go down there. I'm just gonna die because otherwise we're just gonna play this for far too long. Hey, I wonder what's down this pit. No. There goes my monetization for YouTube. There. Oh, fantastic! I am so glad this machine works. Thank you very much, Matt, for the find at the VCF swap meet. Because I already had a Macintosh IICX, but the more the merrier here. Let's just see what else we could do before we wrap up this stream. Yes, we could set some ugly desktop patterns. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at these hearts. Ooh. Oof. Ah, nice. Yeah, Matt, I wish I could... Well, how about this, Matt? If you want, can you please email me at Mac84, Mac84, TV, that's as in television, so Mac84TV at gmail.com. If you could send me an email, Matt, I'd love to follow up with you because I have some PC stuff that I may not want, and maybe if you're coming across into any Apple stuff, Matt, we could do a trade or something like that. But just an option there in case you want to reach out. That'd be awesome. So again, Mac84TV at gmail.com if you'd like. Oh my gosh, these desktop patterns are atrocious. I love them. And yes, the clock is definitely not set correctly. Let's bring this up to 1992. How about that? There we go. Can you play Minecraft on it? Definitely not. This is not a Minecraft compatible machine. Monitors, so I guess we're at 640 by 480? No. We're just at built-in video speeds of resolution here. Oh, wait, sound, here we go. We got the monkey. Yeah, that'd be great, Matt. Yeah, I'm not too far from the VCF location, so that'd be awesome. Looking forward to it, Matt. Thank you. I love these sounds. Startup device, mouse. Awesome. Yeah, I am super unfamiliar with System 6, but I do have some memories of it. And look at that slug go. He is already to the left side of the wall, behind the rabbit. We'll have to bring him outside. I don't know how he got in here, but yeah. Yeah, we could maybe install the Wild Eat manually. That would be fun. But yeah, let's play some Shuffle Puck, and then I guess we could wrap this up. I am super happy that we got this to work. And watch me suck at Shuffle Puck. Oh, I was going good there for a second. Whoa, I'm dead already. Yeah, let's let's try that again. Opponent speed. Oh wait. Yeah, let's set that to low, please. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, I think this particular version is not suited for the particular processor inside of this machine. Yeah, Justin, that was in later versions of the system software. So this is 608. So, wow, I scored one. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we're gonna get out of that. That's not doing anybody any good. Oh my goodness. Yes, for the 8 megahertz machine. I hear you. Let me just see if there's anything else of interest on this floppy EMU here. I don't know if this will run on this machine. Yeah, I don't think I have After Dark on the floppy EMU here. If I did, I'd try that out. Ah, poo. No. Oh. Well, that's not gonna work out. Well, Adam, if you want to share it in the chat, I'll feel free to test that out. But I think that we're at the end of the stream here. I am very excited that we got this machine to work. You're not going to see you haven't seen the last of this machine, that's for sure. Ah, that's a fitting image. Yeah, I'm going to install some games on here. We're going to have some fun with this machine. I'm going to get this capture device working so we don't have this weird hokey setup here. But, yeah, I mean, heck yeah, I'm excited. I'm very pleased with how this machine seems to be operating. The video seems to work. The input devices seem to work. I'm going to test the printer and the serial ports and the audio and all that stuff at a later time. Ah, perfect. Adam, let me wiggle my mouse over there. Thank you. And, yeah, let's try Spectre just to close this off with a bang here. Type in our super secret serial code. Let's see how this runs. I haven't played this on in a quite a bit. Okay, let me try and remember the controls. It's amazing that this machine could run this so well. Oh, oh. Ow, I got hit. I got hit. Yeah, I got him. Oh man, I played the heck out of the demo of this on my Ants Performa. The arrow keys on this keyboard are not in the T formation, so it's screwing me up. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, that is awesome though. Oh man. Oh boy. Yeah, so that is a fantastic game. It runs on plenty of old Macs. I mean, if it could run on this 2CI, it could run on pretty much anything. Fantastic. But I'm afraid, Gravian, we're going to be ending the stream here. But I did not know it had a Super Nintendo port. That's pretty cool. But let me move the camera here so I give you guys a proper goodbye. Without me dropping it, hopefully. Maybe. Yeah, I had to fix that capture setup. But I am super thrilled that we got this working, and now I am way too sitting down. Well, hold on. Lousy thing. There we go. Oh boy. I am super excited we got this Macintosh 2CI to work. It did require a lot of effort. It was not a straightforward recap, but I am very pleased that it is working. Oh, just listen to that hard drive. But I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank you very much for the super chats. Thank you so much for the likes and the subscribes. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. And make sure you give the video a thumbs up. That'll be great. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. And we'll be looking at this Macintosh 2CI, I'm sure, in the very near future. I have a new video coming out on Friday. That's a scripted video. It's not a long one, so you can tune in for that. And I'll probably do a live stream in a few days or so. But working on a lot of cool stuff and hope to have it out soon. That's about it for now. So thank you guys for watching. Have a good night.